Hey, hello there, welcome back, good afternoon and welcome to YouGarden TV. So wonderful to be back with you this afternoon. You all right, Bex?
Yeah, I've had some lunch, I'm ready to go
Yes,
again.
We've had some lunch. I've had a coffee. Now we've got loads of brand new plants for you, loads of special offers. If you weren't with us this morning I should say,
yes.
We'll just tell you what the special deals are today. So first of all, if you spend £30 or more, and it's very easy to do.
So easy to do. I could spend 300, I think, today.
Yeah,
honestly.
I could. But you will get free delivery. So I don't want you to pay postage. Bex doesn't want you to pay postage. So get your order to £30 and you'll get free delivery on everything. The other thing is there is a special offer today. The code is YGTV41. Now you've got to use that code because it unlocks all of the promotions that are available, but it gives us a freebie as well.
Yes, it does. We get free bulbs if we put that code in. And you will get 60 bulbs included here, worth $9.99, I think is the actual value of this. You're getting 20 each of these 3 varieties included in here, and they're summer flowering, so they're going to mixture between sort of May, June, July. These are going to flower for you. You're getting 20 of your Dutch iris, mixed colours in there. You're getting 20 of the allium molly in there, and you're getting 20 of the Weigela included as well. But it's totally free with purchase, and that's what we love.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. And this is how they arrive, by the way. So you can see they're all listed there. So what do we get again, Bex? We get the
Dutch
iris
mix, 20 of the trichlea. What did I say? I said something else, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, trichlea.
You were moving on
to... Did I say Weigela again?
Yeah, which is over there. You looked at it just before the show. I knew your mind was on that.
Weigela's coming up.
Yeah.
Trichlea. Sorry, I love those because I think they like their clay soil as well. So trichlea.
And they're quite small. They're lovely, really pretty and dainty.
And then 20 of the allium.
So that's your free gift with every single order. Just use that code YGTV41. What else do I need to tell you? So we've talked about free delivery. Club. Yes.
Let's join the club. It's really, really important to join the club. We have a special deal on the membership today, and we're suggesting you go for the £5 membership, right?
Well, that's what I went for. Did you buy that one?
I went for the £5 membership.
So basically, when you spend £5,
Pounds?
Don't know what accent that was.
No idea.
£5 and join the club. Now, it is on auto renewal, but you can obviously cancel at the end of the 12 months. You'll get all of these benefits, 10% off every plant and accessory order. That includes compost, so you'd save £2.50 on your compost today. 5% off every outdoor living and gifts order. That includes garden equipment, machinery, gifts, of course. You'll also get £20 worth of vouchers. That's pretty much the equivalent of £20 worth of cash back that you can spend over the next 12 months. You'll spend one of those vouchers every 3 months approximately, and also exclusive offers, competitions and expert advice as well. So, if you are becoming one of our regulars, or even actually if it's your first order, it still makes sense, I believe, to join our fantastic club. We've actually got over 40,000 members already as well. And this afternoon we've got loads of double up deals. Yeah. We've got we've even got some buy one get two free on the website. Loads of new as well, Bex.
Yeah, we've got some new products for you as well. Honestly, we do try and bring you a variety every single show. We try and bring you something new for every single show as well. And hopefully you're sitting down with a cup of tea and a biscuit and you're going to enjoy it with us.
Yeah, and any questions you can join in on live chat on YouTube and of course on Facebook as well. And Christian is I know,
we've got a different one today.
Yes, first time he's done the show.
It's exciting.
Yes. So if you see some strange things happening, but he's very good. We've worked with him before.
Excellent.
He's brilliant. He really is.
It's just his first time doing this.
Yes.
One, so let's see if we can trip him up.
And there's quite a lot to do when you do the show. Right, let's start with it. This was the top seller this morning. It's one of the. Look, it's a clearance item. When it's gone, it has gone. It's incredible Washington Robusta cotton palm. Look at the size of this beauty, and then look at that tiny price on the screen of £9.99. It is. I'm going to be really. Look, I'm going to put it out there. The postage is £6.99 because it's big and it'll come in a big box and it'll all be tied in there securely. But again, get your orders for £30. Just buy some compost, buy a nice pot to put it in, and you will get free delivery as well. This is one of my favourite palms of all time. It's a real beauty, isn't it?
It's so pretty, isn't it? I think, okay, so it makes us feel like holidays, first of all, because this you will definitely see, if you've been out on your holidays and into some lovely hot countries, of course you will see these growing, and so we definitely feel like we're on our holidays when we see these growing in our gardens and things. And you can grow them in your gardens here. Yeah. You've got a lovely Mediterranean area in your garden, haven't you?
I have. I've got a whole area that's all tropical. These are hardy to -5. If it is really cold, just, wrap them up in fleece. If it's in a pot, the great thing is you can move it around, so you can, put it in a warmer position, put it against the wall of the house, whatever. But they are really known to be a hardy palm in the UK. And as they grow bigger and bigger, obviously the bottom leaves, as time goes on,
they start to droop, don't they? So they come out, but they create this gorgeous canopy. So as they grow out like that and they start to droop, you get this wonderful canopy happening over the top, which creates this lovely dappled shade. But then as they get too old and they start to droop beyond sort of 90 degrees
and starts to go a bit tattered,
once it goes down, then you can take it off, and then that's what forms the lovely thick trunk at the bottom. But they're evergreen and they always look like this all year round.
They are absolutely gorgeous. Now, it is I'm not being funny, the price today, we are obviously at this time of the year, we are clearing stock, and that is only £9.99, 680251. It does come in a 1.5 litre pot. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, when it comes, that's by the way what it could look like, but don't
It'll
worry.
take years to get like that.
I'll be about 180 by the time.
It would take a long time to get
and it
to
would
that.
probably need to be in a warmer part of
really
the UK.
hot,
You might find that kind of size if you were really far south, Isle of Wight, whatever. But it does need repotting or putting in the ground. And we've got some lovely pots on our website.
We are suggesting this one, aren't we?
I think it looks really nice in that one.
I think it's the right colour for it. It's a lovely contrasting colour. It definitely works. It's the right size as well, actually. This is going to work perfectly for a plant of this size. It will live happily inside this pot for a few years, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't have to do anything with this, and it's the right look for this particular plant. So if you don't have any pots to put it in, go for this one. That's
and don't forget, I'm not being funny, at the moment you would be paying postage on the palm or the pot, but get your order to over £30 and you will get free delivery, of course, as well. I'll just give you details of the palm. It was the top seller this morning.
It was.
So if you missed it, I would be pretty quick with that one and get it in your basket. And it's 680251. It is called the cotton palm. That's kind of nickname because you can see, look, these lovely, look, they're like little pieces of cotton as the leaves open up and fan out. And you were telling me earlier that the birds, they like to collect those for nests.
They come and collect these, take them off, and then they'll take it back to the nest, which I think is quite cute, actually. You're actually providing a service to the wildlife.
Yes.
Do you know what? We're quite keen on that as gardeners.
Well, of course we are. But helping the birds make their nests, we like that, don't we?
Lovely, I like that idea.
That's a gorgeous palm, really
It
do.
is.
And I love the fact that, yes, it helps the birds build their nests as well. Now, also, another brilliant deal on today's show. We've got our Agapanthus. I'm just going to lift this up because this is a
Show me how big that is. It's quite heavy as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's why I'm being the strong one.
You big butch there, weren't you?
Yeah. Don't worry, Bex, I'll get the Agapanthus.
I'll do that, mate, no worries.
But it is heavy, and look, again, delivery would be £6.99. Get your order to over £30 and it will be free. So it's a mature Agapanthus. Again, we're clearing stock today. It's half price, £17.50 is the price that you pay.
Look at those
We
leaves.
love Agapanthus, don't we?
Oh, my word. I love it. So, obviously, we're going for Agapanthus for the flowers, and they will come and they will be stunning and amazing. But I also just look at the luscious kind of foliage that you get on here, and
it's really nice.
So lush and healthy. But yeah, let's talk about the flowers.
Well, this is one of the bigger varieties, isn't it?
Yeah, this is one of the taller ones. You've got smaller ones in your garden.
Yes, I have, yeah.
The 60 centimetres about?
Yes.
This,
I can't remember what
probably double
varieties I've got. I can't remember the exact names, but about 60 centimetres.
Yeah.
This is the really tall one.
Honestly, it's the flower shoots, spikes that are going to come out the top of here, they are going to reach these kinds of heights and more, and they are beautiful.
Look at this.
They're total showstoppers. They are, the middle child or the youngest child screaming for attention. They're like, look at me, and they are beautiful. They deserve all of that attention.
And now is a brilliant time to buy this. I was saying earlier, I used to buy quite often I walk in a garden centre, see something in full bloom, looking spectacular, think I've got to have that. But actually, that is not the smart way of buying things.
No.
You know, if you get this now, you're getting a far better price. You can put it in the ground and then it'll establish itself, so it will be even better and more wonderful next year.
It really will.
And it will only get bigger and flower more. You'll only get more spikes of those flowers.
Yeah, this will form clumps for you as well. So it'll get bigger and better over the years. You will get multiple flower stalks from here, and this is a very well-established plant. So Agapanthus can take, for baby plants, for new plants, it can take a few years before it'll send up those flower spikes. Not a case with this one. This is well established. This is going to flower for you next year, and more than one flower you will get from this. And it will, as Shaun said, it will just keep multiplying and looking gorgeous for you.
Now, it will love full sun.
Yes.
Originates from Africa. So,
African lily is one of its other names.
So it will really, really benefit from full sun. And it does like to be quite contained, doesn't it?
It does. It loves a hug. I love a hug too. I was reading about hugs the other day. I was trying to get it across to my two boys. You need...
Whether they're like...
get up. No, I was telling them, you need hugs. You need 8 hugs a day for maintenance. You need 12 hugs a day for added benefits.
Oh.
I'll tell you about it later. Well, honestly, it can help boost your immune system.
I love hugs. There's one for you. I love hugs too.
And your African lily wants a hug too. So it's a perfect pot plant for starters because it then feels like its roots are being restricted. You can plant it into the ground, that's not a problem. Some people bury the entire pot underground. Some people would dig a hole and then line that hole with stones so that it still feels like it's in a pot. Or you were saying, if you plant it into a border where there's lots of things,
just a small gap.
Other plants, it will still feel like it's restricted.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I did with mine. I mean, really tight areas in my border, and they love it there.
Yeah.
So that is half price today. It's the Agapanthus Blue. It's a really big, mature Agapanthus, £17.49. But something that I would love each and every one of you today, if you're brand new to YouGarden, I would love you to try our compost. Now, YouGarden, this is a really big nursery. We've got 11 acres. We're in the middle of Lincolnshire. And so many of the plants here are grown here. If they are grown here, it's always in this compost. It is our best-selling product of all time, our premium professional compost. And for club members, don't forget, every time you buy this, you will save the best part of £2.50 as well. But it's £24.98 with postage included for 100 litres in 2 50-litre bags. Do you know, Bex, every time I ever open up a bag of our compost, it always feels and smells and looks so good. And the plants love it, don't they?
The plants really do love it. And I've noticed massive differences in my garden with my clay soil, which is full of nutrients.
We know. Clay soil's good, but it's just, it's hard to work, and it does need breaking down and, adding organic matter to it. But this is, I mean, if ever I've done things like hanging baskets, pots, and I'm redoing them, I always put the old compost into my beds and borders.
Yes. That's what I've been doing. So I've been digging this through. So with pots and things, dig that through into the beds and borders. It helps to improve the structure of it. It's fantastic for your beds and borders. You'll always see me ball it up like this and create it's almost like a snowball, isn't it? Create a snowball out of it. But watch what happens as I break that apart. It is amazing how look at the texture. It's incredible. And that texture is vitally important for root growth, for root development, in order to form these really strong root structures, which we're looking at right there. And having that strong foundation is going to give us bigger, better plants, better bumper crops of fruits. A plant that's actually going to be able to deal with the horrendous weather. Not horrendous, it's just we never know what's going to happen. Is it going to be lovely and sunny, or is it going to be cold? Is it going to be wet? Yeah. We don't know.
Climate change is definitely, very prevalent. You see it, you feel it more than ever every year. And I think when you buy our compost, it does allow the plants to really cope with not just the massive swings in temperature that we get, but all sorts of things as well, because you've got stronger roots and the plant's far less likely to be affected by disease and pests and things like that. Or I should say it's more able to cope with things like that.
Yes.
But best of all, I mean, without sounding too basic, it just allows your plants to grow so much bigger and so much better, doesn't it?
Well, look, ultimately, that's what I want. I want my plants to be healthy. I want them to grow, big, and I want them to have lots of flowers. And when I'm growing, grow your own stuff, I want to make sure that I'm getting plenty of those crops. And this is premium professional compost. This is the compost that the nursery here uses in order to grow their plants. And as a business, they have to ensure success. And this is one of the ways that they are able to ensure that success. We don't just call it premium professional compost as a clever marketing ploy, do we? To say,
No.
oh yeah, it's really good
Because actually,
compost.
if you read the packets of compost, there are lots of clever things, and people put, contains seaweed, contains, X, Y, and Z. But the thing is, then if you actually analyse how much of this magic ingredient is in there,
yeah, it's like trace elements. Or something,
there's a lot of clever packaging with compost when you actually read.
Yeah.
But this is a genuine thing.
A genuine thing, and it's built to particular, I'm just going to say menu, recipe every single time. It's the exact same components, and it doesn't matter whether you're buying it now or you're buying it again in springtime, you'll have the same quality every single time. It's delivered in regularly to the nursery here and then delivered out to customers on a regular basis. So it's not been sat here for months on end. It is fresh, it is delicious. I want to sleep in it.
One night you will.
I'm gonna. One night I'm gonna do it. See what happens.
So just
I'll be 6 foot tall the next day.
So just in a nutshell, what are the ingredients again, Max?
Okay, so less than 50% of the makeup of this is peat. 3 different types of peat, black and white. That has been reduced over the years because obviously there is an environmental issue with that. But then it's been replaced with amazing other ingredients. We've got composted wood fibres. Lots of these run throughout the compost. That helps with that texture that we were talking about, but it also helps with even water distribution plus water retention, helping to hold on to the moisture in there. Really important at all times of year. Lime in here to balance out the pH, making it an all-round compost. You don't have to worry about what bag number you're buying. Is it number 5? Is it number 3? Don't worry about it. This has been designed to be used from seeds through to trees and everything in between, except for your ericaceous-loving plants.
And again, trying to get your order to £30. Maybe there's a few plants that you've got in your basket now, but you're having to pay postage on them. Add this to your order, get your order over £30, and you will get free delivery.
You're always going to use that. Even
if
it's not right away, you will use it.
Bex and I are going to my garden club tonight, that we're in the village, and there's some. We do a lottery to raise money, and there's prizes, and the prizes have all been grown in this.
Oh,
seriously, yeah.
Because you've grown them.
Yeah,
all.
I have. Yeah, no, seriously, you see tonight. You see tonight. They look great. Right, this is new for this afternoon.
Okay, let me find the bag. Where is it?
Honestly, we saved this for our Wednesday afternoon show. We both fell in love with this exquisite peony. I've never seen this variety before. It's so exotic, isn't it?
Love this.
Isn't it? And it's actually a giant peony. It's the Sarah Bernhardt, and it's a bare root. You can either go for 1 for £9.99, postage included, or you can double up and go for 2.
Do you know what I forgot to look up was who Sarah Bernhardt is? Isn't she a famous singer or something or other? I've forgotten.
We will look
Anyone
up.
know?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a look
let
now. Bex,
I'm
on it now.
Look it up, and I remember thinking you need to look that up, and I totally forgot. I'll tell you about Bare Roots and Sarah Bernhardt for the time being. French actress, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Just come up now.
Lovely, you keep looking. Yes, so what you're getting...
Let's be honest, we did mean to that earlier. We ended up just talking about how gorgeous the peony was.
I know.
We did. I mean...
Honestly,
look at this.
She's so beautiful.
Oh, my word.
We love peonies for a starter because they smell absolutely beautiful, don't they? They have a wonderful, wonderful scent to them. These are going to reach big sizes for you, okay? So each one of these flowers is going to reach 20 centimetres in diameter. That's like 8 inches in diameter. That is the size of my hand right there, because I got big hands for a girl. It's going to be huge, each one of those flowers. Now, as it matures, as it establishes, it's going to get bigger and better every single year. So you're going to get even more fantastic displays every single year, reaching about 1 metre in height. So I'm not going to lie, it might need staking unless you've got it in a border with other plants around it to support it. But you know what? We're used to doing stuff like that. We have to do stuff like that. Not a problem at all. Very, very easy. But they are easier to grow than their appearance suggests.
So
like me.
Yeah, I was just getting the images of Sarah Bernhardt, actually. Yeah, many roles. Great French actress, stage actress, but she played some quite glamorous roles as well.
Okay, so, you can see
that was
why.
my gesture for glamorous, you see. But you can see why, can't you? Yeah.
Peonies are much easier to grow, though, than their appearance does suggest.
Yeah, they really are.
Honestly, they're very, very simple. And this is a bare root plant, and you can double up, so you can get 2 of these if you want to. But bare roots are very, very simple and easy to grow. Honestly, please don't be put off by it. A bare root just means amazing value for money. It also means that you are likely to get a better plant, a more healthy plant, a more established plant. Bare roots do tend to take a little bit longer to get established, but once they do, by hectare they carry on.
So I mean, I've got a few peonies in my garden, but this will make them look quite plain, you know?
Yeah. When do peonies flower? It's like May time,
May
isn't it?
time,
About April, May time.
Yeah, early, so like, you know, early summer or late spring.
Lovely. But they don't last for ages, do they? But they're worth it. They're beautiful.
I always think with peonies are so beautiful. It's worth having them in your garden.
I think that one is
and
probably
actually,
one of the
like
best.
the foliage. That is absolutely stunning. It's brand new this afternoon, and I know many of our gardening friends out there. You know, you love the deals, but also you always want to find something new and exotic.
Oh yeah, and that is going to be very exotic, isn't it? Everyone's going to love that one when they see it. They're all going to be asking about that and asking who Sarah Bernhardt is.
Yes. By the way, if you are buying that, we'd love you to be part of the show. My name's Shaun Ryan. And I'm known as Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man.
I'm Bex Edwards, My Garden, if you want to come and find us on Facebook and Instagram, because we do some... We do some videos and things, don't we? I put a video up there last night of me doing my hanging baskets and
didn't
stuff.
see that.
Yeah, I put one up yesterday. Have a little look.
So yeah, if you want to follow us, you know, you'll get to see a lot more of the nursery in our gardens. So Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man.
Bex Edwards, My Garden.
There you go. But if you want to be part of the show, do message us on Facebook.
And send us your pictures. We want to see. We love looking at people's
Elaine,
gardens.
one of our regulars, sent me some pictures of her garden. It was so nice to get to know Elaine a bit more there. So thank you for that. Right, got loads of brand new plants for this afternoon. And
I like this one.
This is a really good one, isn't it?
Look at these lovely little flowers, not little, but look at these beautiful pink flowers on here. I love the Weigela. I think this is really, really gorgeous, and it's a really long flowering one. Have you got this one?
Nope. I don't have everything. I really like the flowers. So we are looking, as you said, like pretty much all the summer, isn't it?
Yeah, all the summer. May, June, July, August, September, October. You will have, I mean, you can see it's still in flower now. It's absolutely gorgeous. Lovely, lush green foliage that you've got on here as well. It is deciduous. It is going to drop its leaves at some point, but then it's going to obviously come back for you. Growing to about... I mean, maybe up to 1 metre in height, about the same spread, maybe a little bit less. But it is relatively compact. So if you want to put that into pots on a balcony or on a patio, that's going to look absolutely gorgeous. It is fully winter hardy, really easy to grow. It's reliable and it gives you fantastic results every single year. And
those flowers are just so pretty, aren't they?
They're really pretty, and they're just going to get better.
The 5 petals is really nice, isn't it?
Look at the display you're going to get from that. Look at that picture that you're going... God. I mean, that is picture perfect, isn't it?
And again, and I know I say this often, but... You know, I've lived in many different houses, many different gardens, but when I've had a smaller garden, I think you've got to make sure that every plant really does earn its place. And the fact that they flower for pretty much most of the summer,
I know, right?
makes them incredible value and really hard-working plants. And we are doing a deal today where you get all 3 of those. They do arrive in 9cm pots, saving £15 today. And I'll say it again, you have got postage on those, but if you get your order to £30, you'll get free delivery on the entire order.
Look how pretty those flowers are.
Absolutely gorgeous,
They're
aren't they?
really, really nice. And that lush foliage and those gorgeous flowers. And there's just a few on these, but imagine as these get bigger and better, how many flowers you're going to have on there for such a long time. That's an awesome plant
and they've just been picked direct from our nursery, because our nursery is literally outside of our giant studio potting shed, and they're still in flower.
Still in flower,
yeah, I mean,
right
yours may be in flower, may not, but that gives you an idea that they will still flower even in October as well, which I think is brilliant. Lovely to have you company, by the way, as ever. And Christian is our new director today. He's
doing all right so far.
Yes.
We haven't tripped him up yet.
No, we won't do. But we're going to move on now to another of the favourites from this morning, and it's the Viola Sorbet Jump Up Mix. And we've actually got these today for just £12.98. Now, I love violas. As I'm sure you know, they've got smaller flowers than a pansy, but you get more flowers. And this collection has got so many wonderful colours. And I love the fact that the flowers are kind of, if you look at them, a lot of them are bicoloured. In fact, some have even got 3 colours in there. Some are tri-coloured. So you've got lots of variation in this, haven't
Loads
you?
of variation in there. And yeah, I mean, I'm in love with violas as much as I'm in love with the pansies. I think they're just happy little flowers. They've got happy little faces. They absolutely make me smile because they bloom just profusely. They constantly flower all the way through these horrible winter months, right the way through into, you know, springtime next year. And I just think it's amazing that you've got these lovely little flowers that can actually do that are going to give us that winter colour, that winter interest when, you know, it's difficult for other plants to be flowering and giving us that colour.
You know, a lot of things, you know, just completely disappear during the winter or, you know, just a bunch of twigs. Well, I will say, even when it's really terribly cold and you've got heavy snow, and let's hope we don't get heavy snow, but you know, these will, I've had violas in baskets before in tubs and they've literally been like frozen solid. You know, they have, and then suddenly the snow melts, the sun comes out, and boom,
they're
they're
still
back.
happy. Yeah.
But they've been one of the top
Very
sellers
clever.
today. They jump up mixed. I mean, I think that name suits them because they're bright, vibrant. They look like they're having their own little mini party, don't they?
And they're nice little upright ones.
Yes.
So, you know, if you want them in your hanging baskets, obviously you've got your trailers going around the edges of your hanging baskets. These just sit nicely in the middle and they're nice and upright, 20 centimetres height and spread on these. So these are great for the middle of your hanging baskets.
All the gaps are in beds and borders.
Beds and borders, or in a pot all by itself. What a happy little mix that all is, just like that.
Look at that. There you go.
On your table in the winter time, look out your kitchen window, and that's in the middle of your garden table. That'll bring you a smile, won't it?
Do you know, gardening does bring us all so much joy, doesn't it?
Love it.
And they will bring you an awful lot of happiness this winter. 410036. Now, I'm very proud of my Pampas grass right now because I planted a Pampas last year. I planted it early spring and it did nothing last year.
Right.
This year it's gone bananas.
It's looking amazing,
yeah,
isn't it?
I've now got 15 of the grass. Yeah. And honestly, Pampas grass has come so much more in fashion again. I think, to be fair, it went out of fashion, I'd say. And now it's all the designers are using it, aren't they?
Oh, so much. And this, oh, look, that's yours. That's your
that's mine, yes.
balcony. Patio.
There.
I love that picture. You love your face. Look
That's because I look absolutely shattered. That was about 6:30 in the morning.
Isn't it?
That's what I look. If you ever wondered what I look like first thing in the morning, that's it.
it.
But my Pampas, look, that's me. But look, the Pampas looks great first thing in the morning.
It looks absolutely stunning. And that, as you say, it's a relatively young one as well. It's
2
those
years old, that one.
lovely flower plumes that you get from those, which are so stunning, just blowing in the wind. Absolutely beautiful for home decor. You know, you can cut those and dry those and use them in home decorations. This is the king of ornamental grasses, isn't it?
It is.
We've got the Red Baron probably coming up later as an ornamental grass. This one it's the king. It is going to grow big. We're not going to lie to you. It is. It's going to reach 2.5 metres in height. It'll probably spread that as well. I think you can chop it, you can prune it a little bit, but you are going to need a bit of space for this. And it does want to be, I think, in borders. I don't think it's a pot-grown thing. I've never seen a Pampas in a pot.
I mean, I think you could put it in a pot, but it would soon outgrow it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it would outgrow it
I agree.
quickly.
I think they look great in the centre of lawns, front of gardens. You know,
love that.
Yeah, they are a statement grass. If 3's too many, then give one away to friends and family. But what you can do when the grasses, or the flowers I should say, when they're just about to go over, chop them off, turn them upside down, dry them off in a greenhouse or somewhere like that, and they actually make great dried displays.
They
don't
do,
they?
and honestly, they're used so much in home decor. You'll
They
see
are.
them all over the place. You know, so there's a designer feature in homes. That is what you see, and you can grow your own. How wonderful is that? Absolutely brilliant plant, winter hardy. It's going to want a sunny position, doesn't mind a bit of part shade. Obviously, we talked about you being able to use those flowers as well. They are drought tolerant as well, and they look fabulous through the autumn and the winter too. These do work brilliantly in coastal locations as well. So if you are lucky enough to live by the coast, perhaps you should get one of these.
Yeah, or 3 of these today.
Or 3 of these.
1497 561 153 is your item back. Now, if you're going to buy one thing off the show today for your winter bedding, we are both going to say, Bex and I, Pansy Cool Wave.
Every time.
Yeah. Do you know what? When you first see these, when they arrive, they may look like, pretty much traditional pansies. But once you plant them and you watch them grow and you see how they perform, they are so much more advanced than a traditional pansy. We have never ever found a pansy between us that flowers as prolifically and as long as this does. So we're talking how many months, Bex?
Oh, like 8-9 months of colour.
Wow, so that could take us up to May.
Up to May time, maybe even into June, depending on the weather. They don't like the hot temperatures,
No,
basically.
they're like me.
So they're going to give up in the hot temperature. They're going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like Shaun.
I don't like the heat. Doesn't like me, I should say.
Yeah.
So you've got the most amazing flowering pansies. But they actually trail.
They do. So what we call them is the best trailing pansies ever, because they will trail gently over the edge of hanging baskets, over the edge of pots. If you plant them into the ground, they will make absolutely brilliant ground cover as well. You can use these as bedding plants amazingly. But you can create that gorgeous display that you can see on the picture there as well. That wonderful, globe shape that you can get from your hanging baskets. About 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres is the height and spread that you will get from these. And they are winter hardy, down to -25. These don't care about those cold temperatures. They will keep going for you. Flower after flower after flower.
And honestly, I planted mine about 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to bring them in on Sunday, if that's okay.
Yeah,
because we're live Sunday from 10 till 2. I'll just bring mine in and show you what they've done in a few weeks, and they are fabulous.
Yeah,
they really are. We have got on the show, and again, I know a lot of you shopping ahead, but we have got pre-made wicker hanging baskets full of these. So if you want, in fact, we might have time to show them later anyway. But if you want to plant up your own pots and your baskets, these are definitely
ones to go for. That's what they look like as well.
And do you know what? We've had some amazing feedback from so many of our customers that bought these last year, and they've all said what amazing performers these are. So if you buy 10 today, you get 10 absolutely free at just £14.99. Don't forget, by the way, I know some of you will have just joined us. We're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and of course on our website, YouGarden.com. But it's very important when you're shopping from the show, you need to use the offer code YGTV41. That will unlock all of the promotions, and also you will get your free summer bulbs worth the best part of £10. So you've always got to use that code. And there was one occasion that I forgot to put the code in, and I looked at the order come through and I thought, hang on, that's wrong. Where's my so-and-so? Where's my free this? Where's my free that? And I forgot to put the code in. So I'd had a big glass of wine, I'll be honest. It was a Friday night, I'd had a glass of wine and I put an order in late and then I forgot to put the code in. I felt such a fool, I really did. So I would always use the promo code.
Always drink responsibly.
Oh, with that as well, yeah. Yeah, it was quite a big glass. I only had the one, but I just, it was
one of those ones that holds a whole bottle, right? It was one of those massive glasses.
It was a bit like a goldfish bowl.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I always use the code, okay?
Always use the code.
Yes. I remember that I had a flashback as a child. I always used the green crust code. Do you remember that? Yes.
I do.
So always use the promo code. Right, we've got coming up next a selection of our top selling perennials for you. They're garden ready, so you can plant them straight away. And we've got 3 real favourites here.
Oh, we love these. These have been firm favourites for the last few weeks. And you know what? What we've done is we've responded to comments from you, from questions from you. And a lot of you have said, rather than 20 of one plant, you'd like to see a bundle, and that's exactly what we brought for you.
And actually, because it's the first time we've really tried this kind of mixed offer, we have got a massive saving this afternoon of £25, which is incredible. And you've got the Rebecca Goldston, the Digitalis Dalmatian, and the Lobelia Queen Victoria. Where are you going to start them, Bex?
I'm going for this one, Rebecca.
No, we've both got these, haven't we?
Love Rudbeckia.
I do too.
I just want to show you what we mean by garden ready. I know full well that the Rudbeckia is really, really, it's desperate to get out of these pots, actually. It's more than garden ready. That is 100% ready for you to plant out into your garden. Really, really healthy. You can tell that from the colour of the roots, as well as the fact that look at how many of them there are. Yeah, we love Rudbeckia. This is going to give you late colour in your gardens. So this is the one thing, this is the plants that I've seen in my garden in one particular border that just has brought me the most joy in the later part of the season and this early part of autumn.
And have you had lots of bees?
Yeah, absolutely. They adore this, in actual fact. One plant has created 10 flowers. So if you think you're getting 10 perennial plants included, as far as your Rudbeckia is concerned, you're going to get so many flowers. Plant them together like that and have a whole sea of them.
I know Adam Wilcott, who's one of our other professional gardeners on the show, he had the most amazing borders full of these.
I bet, yeah.
Honestly, he's a garden designer and he'd done a whole area of these, honestly. Did you see the picture?
No, I don't think I did.
Honestly. It looked amazing. These do look really good planted en masse.
They do.
Sunny position?
Yeah, sunny position, as sunny as you can get it. I think a part shade will probably be fine, but they do want a decent amount of sunshine. But that's just one part of this perennial bundle, because you're also getting your Lobelia Queen Victoria. So the Lobelia Queen Victoria are the lovely burgundy coloured foliage that you get here. And we love a bit of burgundy foliage, don't we? That dark coloured foliage.
I'm just going to stand back so you can see that.
It really makes a difference, doesn't it, when you've got that dark foliage contrasting against the more green colours in your garden.
And we cannot emphasise enough that this is a brilliant time to plant your perennials. They'll go in the ground, they'll get established. Some will die down for the winter, don't panic, but they will come back big and strong and give you this amazing display next year. And on the Lobelia, the Queen Victoria, those crimson flowers, they're dramatic against that foliage, aren't they?
Really dramatic. I would say that these look a bit like birds of paradise. I just think that they're a beautiful shape on here. And they contrast so beautifully with that foliage, reaching about 90 centimetres in height. So these are nice, certainly good ones for your borders and the height that they reach.
And my mum's got a friend called Terry, and he only got into gardening in his 80s. He's in his 90s now. And he actually bought 3 of these as full-size plants, and they were £10 each, remember?
Oh, wow.
And they're in his front border, but they look spectacular. The height of them and the drama, and I think he had marigolds around there, if I remembered. But honestly, they were spectacular. But this is, he spent £10 a plant on his. I spent £30 and got 3. This is only part of your perennial bundle. And then finally, last, but by no means least, we have got the Digitalis Dalmatian mix as well. And I quite often use the common names, and I love my foxgloves.
Yeah, I love a foxglove. There's something absolutely beautiful about them. There's something really lovely about the height that they reach. They give you a real gorgeous kind of cottage garden feel to them. Really important to get this one into the ground right now. Probably more so than your other perennials, because although the others will give you joy for many years to come, these are a shorter lived perennial. They're actually a biennial. Don't worry, they self-seed, so you will still be able to get plants from them. But this is why it's important to get these in the ground now, because if you wait until next year to plant them, the chances are you'll have to wait a full year before you'll get the flowers. And that's why it's important to get them in the ground now, so that you get those flowers on these next year. Just remember what you're getting here is just incredible value for money, please, as well as beautiful flowers. But the value for money with getting 30 perennial, garden-ready, winter-hardy plants for you to plant out into your garden right now, that is amazing value.
And you are saving £25 on today's show. And if you have just joined us, good afternoon. My name's Shaun Ryan. This is the Fabulous Bex Edwards. We are YouGarden, and we're streaming live right now from our amazing 11-acre nursery. We're live now every Wednesday and every Thursday, 10 till 1 and 2 till 4, and then live on a Sunday, 10 until 2 o'clock. But every show, we always bring you some new different items.
Yeah, we do try, don't we?
Yeah, we always will. So, don't ever think you're going to see all of the same. We're always going to bring you some new items and some of your favourites back. But this has already been selling really well. And we did save it for the Wednesday afternoon crowd, because it's a stunning giant peony.
Gorgeous,
she is. So I've got a couple of peonies in my garden, and they look quite plain compared to. They're still lovely, don't get me wrong, but the Sarah Bernhardt is an absolute beauty.
I love this one. Okay, so peony flowers, these ones are going to get really big. We're talking 8 inches, 20 centimetres in diameter. It's probably a bit bigger than my span there. Honestly, each of those flowers is going to get really big, and you get multiple flowers per bare root. I would definitely suggest going for that double up deal if you can. I'm just going
to ask Christian, who's already been promoted to head of technical today.
Head of technical.
Are people buying 2 of these or just 1?
Oh, he's going to have a look.
Yeah, because I hope you double up. Yeah, well done, everyone. You are doubling up on this. So remember, one for £9.99, two for £14.98. Now, when you open the packet, don't be disappointed, because this is a bare root. And
it looks weird, doesn't it? I'm not gonna get that. If you've never grown a bare root before, you look at that and go, what on earth have you sent me? This is what a peony bare root looks like. In actual fact, can you see, look, there. Look, you can see that there is a shoot coming off that.
Oh, there you go.
See that is a healthy shoot. Obviously, this is entirely healthy, and I know it looks like a dead old twig, apart from that little shoot there, but it really is just a plant in its dormant state.
Yes.
Yes, it's like the ugly duckling syndrome. This ugly thing grows into this absolute beauty. They're very, very easy to deal with. The most important thing is when you get this home is it needs some attention straight away. You need to take it out of the packet, and you need to water it. You need to put it in water for a good few hours. You can soak it overnight, and then you need to plant it out into whatever location it is that you want to put it in. If you want to put it straight into your border, you can. If you're growing it in a pot, you absolutely can as well.
For the first few years, it'd be absolutely fine in a pot, definitely.
But then you're going to want to move it out into the book because it'll form clumps, and that's a good thing.
Look at this.
She's beautiful.
She's going to be in my basket today. Sarah, you're mine today. You really are. Seriously. And we discovered this French actress who played lots of glamorous roles. So
I do seem to remember looking it up once before, but I'd forgotten. That is gorgeous.
I mean, I'm really excited. Actually, right, do you know what, Bex, can I ask a favour?
Yeah.
So, tonight, just to let everyone know, this is how passionate we are. So I run a garden club in our village.
Okay.
And Bex is very kindly going to be speaking there with Jenny from YouGarden today.
I am, yeah.
And can we take this along as well?
Yeah,
to talk about this? We've selected some really, because we want to really excite our gardening, members there. So we've picked some really unusual things.
Yeah, we'll take it with us.
This isn't on the list, but can we?
Yeah, of course.
Remind me at the end.
We need to make sure we bring it back tomorrow, though.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
Can you imagine if we forget it?
Yeah, we have to bring everything back tomorrow.
Stuart, head of technical, will tell us off, though.
We're going to talk about this to our garden club tonight because it's such a beauty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. So, peonies, sunny spots?
Yeah, definitely sunny spot. It's going to want as much sun as you can possibly give it, isn't it? You can use them as cut flowers. They're gorgeously scented. Yeah. They're going to reach about 1 metre in height. They're easier to grow than they look. This is the important thing to get across. Do you know what I've just remembered
there, Bex? Peonies don't like being moved.
No, yes, you're right.
They don't.
You're right.
So, if you are going to plant it, try and plant it in the position where it's going to stay. Try and give it its forever home, because when you move them, sometimes they won't flower.
Yeah, they sulk for a little while.
Yeah, so yes, I've just remembered that.
I mean, they'll live.
Yes, but they just won't.
They're just going to sulk on you and might not flower for 1 year.
It's like you moved me, so you know.
You could
suffer. But that's proven really popular. $9.99 for one, or you can double up $14.98 for two. That is definitely going in my basket today. I've fallen in love with that. That's just amazing, isn't it? Mum, if you're watching, my mum knows how to stream live on YouTube now.
Morning, Carol. No, afternoon, Carol.
Don't confuse her.
Oh, God.
She's 83 now. She'll be like, I thought it was still morning. Afternoon, what? Yes, my mum loves watching the show. And if you want to be part of the show, do message us. We love it. We get to know quite a few of our regular viewers. It's lovely for us. It's a whole big garden community here at YouGarden. But you have fallen in love with the Fatsia, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Yes. This, the Fatsia japonica, the castor oil plant there. This one's called Spider's Web. It's variegated.
I love this.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I mean, there's so
amazing.
There's so much to love about this. First of all, is that variegation. I think it's so beautiful. My friend has a, has a Fatsia in their garden. They don't have the variegated one, but I think theirs is beautiful as well. And as soon as I saw that, I decided I was going to get a Fatsia in my garden, and now I am going to have a Fatsia in my garden. It's going to be this one right here. The other reason I love this is it doesn't need to be in a full sun position. It will cope with a shady position. So I've got a couple of shady borders, which are a bit of a nightmare actually. I'm going to put this in
But we're
there.
not saying full shade, Bex. We're saying,
no.
Because to keep the variation, you still need some sun.
Absolutely, yes. No, mine are just sort of...
So semi-shade.
Semi-shade, part shade.
Your borders get sun for some of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
So this is going to be brilliant. They actually live quite well in clay soil. Again, another reason why this is going to be fantastic in my particular border. Evergreen, always got this lovely, luscious green foliage on here. I love the way they open. Look at the little baby one in the middle. And then they grow, and you've got this variegation going on here. And mature plants will then get flowers and berries on them as well, which is incredible.
So winter flowering. Do you know what amazes me? I think that looks really quite exotic and as if it would be quite difficult to grow.
It does, doesn't it?
But no, fully hardy, aren't they?
Yeah, it does look a bit
Yeah,
exotic.
it does.
It does look. I love the look of that.
It's just gorgeous.
Really, really do.
And it has been one of the most popular plants today.
And you can put it in a pot if you want to. You don't have to put it in a border. So if you want it in a pot on a balcony or in a patio or something, you can do that quite happily.
Do you know, when I watch programmes like Gardener's World and things, I love seeing all the different gardens, don't you?
Yeah, I love spying on people's gardens.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what, I've had sometimes the smallest of spaces. I've even had just a balcony, but it's amazing what you can do in a small space. There are so many options nowadays, and so with YouGarden, it really is gardening for everybody, whatever type of garden you've got, whatever age you are, whatever ability you are as well. But that's one of Bex's favourites, $14.99, 510910. Right, just a few things I need to remind you of. We're going to just do a mini review of some of your favourites, but don't forget, you need to put the offer code YGTV41 in your basket. That's it, Bex, because once you put that in your basket, you will get all of the offers. So any special promotions will kick in.
Yep.
And you'll get your free gift, which are 60 summer flowering bulbs. And, they're worth £10, so they'll be free with every single order today. What's your favourite out of them? You like them all, don't you?
Yeah, you can't ask me which is my favourite. It's like trying to name my favourite child. I can't do that. I like the irises, I like the mollies, and I like the triglia. There you go.
Yeah, I love all of those, but my particular favourite, the iris. So anyway, you get those. Also, spend £30 today. Now, I'll be honest, we stopped this promotion last week.
We did.
And you didn't like the fact we'd stopped it. So we put it back. Okay, so it's free PP on orders over £30. Some of the big things have got $6.99 postage, but if you tip your order over £30, it's all taken off.
Yeah. And that's great.
It is, and you know what? Some orders earlier today were £70-80 or so.
Yeah.
Some of you were £30 and a penny. We don't care. As long as you get over £30, you will get free postage and packaging. But let's have a reminder. Oh, so you were going to say something?
No, I was going to say if you want something to add in to get it over that £30 mark, that's kind of the cheapest item on the show. It's that primula, the blushing one, because it's only $6.49.
Yeah.
And that'll get you over that £30. So find that one and add that into your basket if you need it. That's the one to go for.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Let's. That's all right. No, don't go. Don't go. Please. No. I'm in the mood for singing today, right? No, I'm being encouraged to go for it. Not with my voice. Right, let's remind you what we've seen so far. So this is the Washington Robusta Cotton Palm. It's the most beautiful palm. We're clearing the stock right now. Obviously, we're not going to be getting any more in this year. The good news is it is hardy down to about -5. Now, in a really hot country, or if you maybe lived further south, the Isle of Wight, whatever, if you grew that for many decades, it would grow to that size. But you know what? In most gardens, it's going to stay really nice and compact. Obviously, you can grow it in a pot as well. But it is a beautiful, beautiful palm, and it's only $9.99. I don't like the postage. I'm just being honest. It's a big palm. We have to charge that. But I would like it if you didn't pay the postage. So get your orders to that £30 and we'll take that postage off. 680251. Then we had a really good deal on our Agapanthus. Now these are mature Agapanthus. $17.49. So they're already big and established. They'll arrive in full leaf. They will flower magnificently next year. And we've actually halved the price today. It's a great time to buy these now and to get them in your beds and borders. It's actually really, it's folly to buy these in summer when they've got the flowers on them, because they're not going to like being moved. They're not going to like being put in the ground. So buy them now, let themselves get established, and they will be absolutely magnificent next year. And the same rule applies with these. $6.99 postage, but we'll take that off if you spend another £13 or so with us, and that's 680130. That does arrive in a big pot. It's a 20centimetre pot, so it really is a mature plant. They're marvellous. Love the Agapanthus. Does like a sunny position, likes to have its roots hugged, so keep it in a pot or put it in a tight area in your beds and your borders. Don't leave it a big open space. It just won't like it then. You were not going to probably get the flowers that you get if it's confined a little bit. 680130. Sometimes you've got to be mean to be, what's it? Cruel to be kind, that'll do. Right, premium vegetable compost, it is our top seller, and it is the most amazing compost. You've got all the wood fibre in there. You've got the different types of peat. We have reduced that, obviously, to keep up with the environmental needs. But honestly, with that slow release fertilizer in there as well, it is the most amazing compost. The texture is great, the smell is great, it allows your plants to thrive, so better roots, more shoots, more flowers, more fruits, and it's a really great all-rounder. Anything we say from seeds all the way through to trees and everything in between. There are, unless your plants need an ericaceous compost, things like your azaleas, your rhododendrons, things like that, blueberries, it's fine for everything else. 100125. Then we also brought you this absolutely stunning Weigela, and this flowers pretty much all summer long. It's a really hard worker, a nice, fairly compact shrub. It arrives in 3 9cm pots, really nice foliage, but just masses of these very, very pretty pink flowers. I mean, I think that's gorgeous. You can grow them in pots, of course, as well, but it's some things are short-lived in terms of the flowering season, and this isn't. This will flower for several months of the year. So again, if you've got maybe a smaller garden, you want something to look good all summer long, that is definitely one to think about. 511047 at £14.97. And then we also had for you the Viola. Now this is a sorbet jump-up mix. I love violas. Obviously a lot smaller flowers than pansies, but you get a lot of them, so you get more flowers, just a smaller size. It's an upright variety rather than trailing, and there's a massive selection of colours in here. And a lot of the flowers are 2 colours or even 3 colours, so you get a really wide mix. And it's just bright and vibrant and colourful. To me, I mean, it's called jump up because it's one of those that will make you jump up. It's not a sleeping dormant looking variety. It's really out there, vibrant, colourful, and an absolute joy to the eye. 410036 at £12.98. Now, do you know what? I love Pampas grasses. They're so on trend right now, and plants, like many things, they go in trends and phases, and a lot of top designers are now using the Pampas grass. They are absolutely in their prime at this time of the year. So autumn time, this is when they flower. You get these huge flowers. I never know whether to call them flowers or grasses, but technically they're flowers, and they are absolutely incredible. You can, just before they go over and start to shed, if you want to, chop them off, dry them, and they will make the most incredible indoor displays. A lot of the top hotels, a lot of the really kind of contemporary high-class hotels have got displays of Pampas grasses, in their foyers, in their reception areas as well. 561153. They will grow big. They do need a big space. So if you really want a fabulous few areas of your garden with the Pampas, that's the one to go for, and they are half price today. 561153 is your item number. And then also, don't forget, we did bring you the brand new Perennial bundle. Now, these are all garden ready, so get them in the ground right now. October is a great month to plant. And in the collection, we have got 10 of the foxglove. Or, the correct name, Digitalis Dalmatian. They're called Dalmatian because you've got all the little speckles. Then we've got the Lobelia Queen Victoria. Now, these ones are really good for back of a border. You've got fabulous bronze foliage. You've got the gorgeous crimson flowers. They can grow quite tall, these. So, we are touching 1 metre in terms of height. They are magnificent. And then finally, we've also got the Rebecca, the Goldstrom. This one will grow around about 70 centimetres in height for the Rebecca, and late flowering, but my word, carpets of colour. And the bees love that one.
And you get these wonderful uniform flowers from this as well. This is the beautiful thing about these. They're not completely different sizes. They're all very uniform in shape.
They're neat, aren't they?
They're neat and tidy, and they're late season colour, which is really vital at this time of year. These are still looking great.
Do you know what we've learned over the past few years? I mean, we had a pretty rubbish summer, but autumn's been amazing. So, so sometimes, I don't know if it's going to stay that way, but we're getting really high temperatures in September and October. We've had 20 odd degrees from
I know, it's been lovely, hasn't it?
It's been lovely. So yeah, I'm really into looking for plants that do well in the autumn. You know, and that's one of them. 70 centimetres height-wise, Bex?
Yeah, about 70 centimetres in height. I've got one in my border, but it's the other variety, the little gold star, so that's a bit shorter. But this one, 70, 80 centimetres. Looks absolutely beautiful.
Still to come, by the way, a little bit later on.
Oh, yes.
I've just come back. Did I mention I've just come back from a cruise? Did I mention that, Bex?
I don't know if you did. Do you know he's been on a ship?
I got told off because I mentioned it 14 times in the last show. So this is a first, but it's taken me 54 minutes to mention it. But I saw the plumbago on my travels, so that's coming up a little bit later on.
Nice.
We've got loads of bulbs on the show. They're on our website, of course, as well. What I will say as well, you can buy other things on the YouGarden website. So we've got a selection for the TV show.
Yep.
But you can also shop the website because we've got honestly loads on that. But all you need to do, if you're shopping on the website and us, just always put your code in, the YGTV42 on, because you'll get your free gift, basically. So when anything from the TV show, you'll always get your free gift and any other promotion. But don't feel shy about shopping the website.
No, go for it.
We're all one company. We're all part of YouGarden.
Fill your boots.
So do that, because it was interesting, really. We noticed a lot of you were putting together big baskets and buying other things from the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're clever shoppers. We know you are.
Go and have a little look, see what's there. But don't forget your code, because then you get your free bulbs included, and everybody loves a freebie.
We do.
I love a freebie. You love a freebie,
we
don't
both do. We are typical gardeners, I think. I say typical gardeners, but I think most gardeners love to get a free gift or free plants or anything extra. Because gardening,
anything that's going to help our gardens to look better.
Gardening can be expensive as well, so we want to make it as affordable as possible because it's such a great hobby to have. Right, coming up now, we've got a double up deal. So, Wisteria Amethyst Falls, you can buy one for $24.99, or for an extra £5,
get another one.
Come on, for £5, that you've got to have, yeah.
I think it's a really good idea, particularly if you are wanting this to grow over something. So if you've got a big pergola or, an archway or something, definitely get the two included here, particularly because you're only paying an extra £5 for one.
Yeah,
put one on either side, and then it'll cover it even quicker.
And don't forget, look, postage $6.99. I don't want you to pay that. Do you want to have yours to pay $6.99, Bex?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
So get your order to over £30 and we'll do free delivery, which is brilliant. Because our delivery is really good. All of our packaging is 100% recyclable as well.
Yeah.
You'll know if you've ordered some of the big things, they come really securely fastened in big boxes as well.
That's right.
But I love wisteria, but normally you need like a big old stone house, don't you, for wisteria? Or, a big wall, but not with these.
No, these are, they're a bit of a newer variety from America, but they are designed to stay more compact, certainly in their early years. So although a vigorous grower, as in the foliage will get, it'll get lovely and luscious and green, it's not going to completely take over. And there are certain parts of our garden where we don't want that, do we? Particularly if you've got a smaller garden or a smaller thing that you want to cover. And that's really vital to get across with this. Also, the other important thing to get across is this will flower for you next year.
To the words out of my mouth, because I've had friends that have planted traditional wisterias and they've waited years for flowers. You
can wait 5-6 years for flowers to come.
It's always worth the wait, but sometimes you might think, well, hang on, I don't think I've got 5 or 6 years. You might not be living in the same house in 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I agree.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So these will flower next year. And you've got one of these. Did it flower twice or not?
It will flower twice. It didn't flower.
Oh, no, because yours is new, isn't it?
I planted it out about June time, so I kind of missed the flowering season. It was this size, by the way, when I got it, and that's what it looked like just a couple of weeks ago when I took the picture. I do have another wisteria, and yes, I got 2 sets of flowers from that one. This one, I fully expect to get wonderful flowers in sort of April, May time next year. And yes, you can get a second flush of these. So I might get another flush of these in September, October time next year as well. I cannot wait to show you the pictures of this plant next year because it's going to look absolutely beautiful. I've planted that into one of our tower pots. It looks absolutely brilliant. If you want to go for a tower pot, do it because you get those wonderful 360-degree displays from it. Or if you've got something for this to grow up and over, then do that as well. But remember, it's going to stay nice and compact for you, and it responds really well to pruning and trimming.
And that is a really good price for 2, It really is. 2 of those for just £29.98. But can I just say, it is absolutely lovely to be with each and every one of you. Bex and I adore being part of YouGarden. They're just a great company to work for, Bex.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we love working here. Well, the subject matter, first of all, is brilliant, isn't it? We love talking about plants. But yeah, they're lovely people that, are passionate about what they do.
Yeah, everyone here, passionate about gardening. YouGarden have got amazing feedback. If you look at their reviews online, they get great feedback. And we always say it, and we mean this hand on heart, if you ever have a problem with an order, and we do dispatch millions of plants every year, let us know. Don't just put a bad review on, just let us know, because we will do our very best to put it right.
Yeah.
And we really will. Our customer service team, they do care about every order, every customer. So, please always get in contact with us. In terms of delivery, we always say 5 to 7 working days, but actually, at the moment, we are getting really quick deliveries out there. Some of ours, and we don't get VIP treatment. I'm not being funny. We don't. We order as customers like you do. But we've had orders come the next day. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 days. Sometimes it may take a week or so. But we are really quick with our delivery. Everything that we sell is on the nursery in stock now. So it's not advanced orders or anything like that.
No, absolutely not.
So this is just taking my breath. I'm like literally like
that flower is staring at you.
I mean, seriously, I almost wanted to kiss you. Look.
All right, look at that gorgeous flower.
There are so many varieties of hibiscus out there. Some are not hardy. This one is fully hardy, Bex, yeah?
Yeah, fully hardy.
So we're talking, what temperature would you say?
Probably -10,
-10,
-5,
yeah.
-10, something like that. Yeah, I don't think you have any problems growing these
I'd say
ones.
-10 with this one.
Yeah, definitely. And they're so pretty. I love that you can get a flower that looks that exotic, that beautiful, growing in this country on a winter hardy plant.
That is absolutely... Do you know what? I always get garden envy because I've got hibiscus in my garden. I'm looking thinking, why didn't I buy this?
Why didn't I buy it?
But I didn't know about it.
Just knocked one off then. Whoops.
So there's plenty more to come. Now, what we were both saying earlier about late flowering plants in your garden, this is late summer.
Yeah, late summer, early autumn.
Yeah, and it's magnificent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. So this is going to flower for you sort of from June time, and it's going to go through the summer, July time, going through the summer and into October. There's a beautiful hibiscus in a house around the corner from me, and it looks absolutely stunning. They've got it planted at the front of their house. It's big. It's obviously a mature, established one. 2.5 meters by 2.5 meters.
Oh.
Lovely, full bush that you're going to get from this. It is.
Just look.
It's so pretty.
I mean, I can't stop looking at this flower. I'm just going to.
You're going to pop that flower off if you're not careful.
But look at that.
But they're lovely, ruffled, double blooms you get on this one, which is quite interesting, isn't it? It's a bit of a different variety than the other ones I've seen.
Now, what I will say, my mum's got hibiscus in her garden.
Yeah.
And every year she always says, I think I've lost my hibiscus. It's just twigs. They are really slow at coming back in leaf, aren't they?
They are. It can be right up until May time before you get the leaves back on this. So don't worry, it will come back. And it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth having it in your garden for this kind of display that you will get on here. Because if you plant it right, if you put it in sunshine, if you treat it right, you will get so many flowers.
That has been already really popular.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's magnificent, and again, it's a great time to get it right now, to get it planted. Or you might just enjoy it in its pot until the winter time, then pop it in the ground. But it's an absolute showstopper. 510272 is right about. Now, again, you will pay that $6.99 postage. But we can avoid that.
We can avoid that.
We can divert that postage cost. And the reason we can do that is because we are doing today, we brought the offer back because you've loved it so much, free P&P on orders over £30. I'll be honest, we took that offer off last week, and a lot of you did say, I really missed the free P&P. So it's back. And today has been a lot busier than last week because you're loving that offer. So look, it's so easy to get your basket for £30. Just have a look on the website, have a look on the show, think about anything you might need, but you've always got to put the code in. Remember the YGTV41, that's a code today, YGTV41, and that will unlock all the offers. You'll also get free bulbs. I've lost them again, Bex.
I got it.
Oh, it's so good. You're so much more. You can tell Bex is a mum. She's so organised because she has to be. But you are going to get 60 summer flying bulbs worth £9.99 free with every single order today. So YGTV 41. Don't order them by themselves because you get them free anyway. Just by putting that offer code in YGTV 41. Right. Should we go to this apple tree?
Yeah.
Because it's big.
Look at it. Look at the size of this.
This is really well established, isn't it?
This is another one of the new ones that we brought out for you this afternoon. Actually, we had some people buying it this morning, didn't we?
One customer bought 3, by the way.
Well done, you.
We know who you are.
We can see. Yeah, I'm gonna lift it for you as well, just so that you can see the size of the pot once we get down to the bottom, obviously. But this is a really well-established plant for you. It is grown on dwarfing rootstock. Look at the size of that. Right. Absolutely beautiful. Dwarfing rootstock, you can see where it's been grafted just here. That means it's not going to get massive. So
we'll always be able to pick the apples without having to...
You should be able to. I mean, ultimate height that this is going to reach is 2.5 metres. So yes, you're going to be able to get to those apples. It also means you don't need a massive garden. You don't need an orchard. You don't need a Shaun garden in order to plant...
I tell you what,
to plant this out.
So we didn't even go to this morning, yet orders were flooding in. And I can see why. It's normally £40. I mean, I don't know whether we're clearing the stock today. I don't know the story. I honestly don't know.
Normally £40.
But £12.99. And again, you can avoid that postage by getting your order up to £30 or more. So
okay, that is
orders over £30, I should say. So.
What you're getting from this one,
so what, I was going to say, what's the taste and things?
Okay, so it's a lovely sweet. It's a sweetness, but it's got a bit of an acidity to it as well. So it's absolutely fantastic as an eating apple, but also brilliant as a cooking apple as well, because it's got a bit of an all-round thing going on. So delicious sweetness. Yes, you can take it straight from the tree and eat it, but absolutely brilliant for eating as well. Winter hardy, easy to grow, self-fertile. It ticks in every single one of the boxes here. But remember, this is about, particularly with a lot of the trees that we bring you, it's the dwarfing rootstock. It's how they've been meticulously, skillfully grafted by people who are way cleverer than me, and that means that we can all have these in our gardens.
Can I just mention to my lovely director Christian? Can I mention the 30-litre pots, because I'm thinking
the black pots.
If you haven't got space to grow this in your beds and borders, you can grow this in a pot. You do need a decent sized pot. And the one that this would be really happy in for many, many years would be our 30-litre pot. You actually get 4 of these for $19.99. They're great for all types of garden uses. So I'll tell you what, let's just should we put that down on the ground, Bex?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I can reach, hang on.
You got it.
So look, that pot there, by the way, you've got great drainage in there.
Yeah. Well, these are professional growing pots. This is what they grow the trees in here at the nursery.
Yeah. And the reason why they also grow them in these pots is because they've got 2 handles, so it's easy to move them around as well. But just to show you get 4 of those, and they're great for also things like, if you're gathering up leaves, if you're collecting logs for the log burner, there you go, because the log's there. Just great for all-round general tidying up, but they are magnificent for growing potatoes, tomato plants, and your fruit trees as well. And they're only $19.99 today. So if you haven't got room in your garden, that in the 30-litre spot, that'd be really happy there for many, many years.
Honestly, it really would. And having it in that pot means that if you want to move it around your garden, you absolutely can do. Obviously, once it's filled with compost, it'll be a bit heavier. But between 2 of you, you can take 1 handle each. Those handles are absolutely fantastic because they're moulded into the plastic. So as you said earlier, you've had them over 10 years and never broken a handle on them. They are really they're almost bomb-proof, aren't they? They really are very, very sturdy.
They're the best garden product that I've ever bought. So let's just remind you, if you want the pots, they're 130011. That apple tree at $12.99 is an absolute steal, Bex, isn't it?
It really is.
Is that a stock clearance, do we think? I don't know.
I don't know, actually. We think it must be at that price, surely.
Stu thinks it is.
I mean, you don't see price.
He's normally right, isn't he?
Oh, he's always right. It's very annoying.
He's annoyingly right, isn't
Annoyingly right.
Yes.
You never see, not never, but you rarely see prices like that. So it's definitely worth grabbing whilst it's there.
It's been selling really well off the website. 300-244 is your item. That should be £40. I mean, look, I'm not being funny. It's a big established tree in the 24th century to part. You've actually got a saving of £27. In fact, I'm just working out, Bex, you could get 3 of those today.
For the usual price?
For the usual price of what?
That's maybe what that person did.
Yes, somebody bought 3 this morning.
That is maybe what that person did, bought 3 of them because they could see what an amazing deal that was.
But you know what? I would love everyone to have a bit of grow your own in the garden. You know, why buy apples in the supermarket that have been wrapped in plastic, have been sent halfway across the world when you could actually grow them in your own garden? And I think it's really good to get the kids and the grandkids involved as well. You know, we all had fruit. When I was a child, we all had fruit trees.
Yeah.
That's a really good deal. Right, anyway, moving on. We have got next some wonderful garden readies for you. And these are our stocks of vintage mix, garden ready, 20 plants for just £12.98. And I love the colour palette on these, don't you?
The colour palette is one of the most beautiful things about this. They are garden ready, so they are in the state where they have been grown on. They've got really healthy roots on there, nice white roots I can see. So they're ready for us to plant out into our gardens. We absolutely adore stocks, and particularly this range because of that colour palette. It's all the lilacs and purples and pastels and pinks. They are absolutely stunning, but they also have one of the most delicious scents, don't they? This is one of the reasons that we adore stocks. They make fantastic cut flowers for us to bring into our home to bring that scent indoors as well. Important to get these planted out right now. They're in flower, but they will flower for you next year, May, June, July, August, September time. Winter hardy plant. Fragrant, absolutely sturdy and bushy and free flowering, and over half of these will be double flowers as well. It is a more compact version of stocks as well, by the way. You might know stocks that can get bigger. These are only going to reach about 30 centimetres by 30 centimetres, so they're a nice compact version, which means that I think these will look great if you're going to put them into pots and things as well, won't they? Because they're going to stay that nice and compact, or they can be front of border quite happily.
Do you know what? I think there's something really classy about those, isn't there?
It's the colour palette.
Yeah. You know, there are a few sort of like designers out there that have got their own websites, and those colours I just think are really, really look very, very high end. There's nothing garish about them. You know, we've all got different tastes, and I've got a really wide, my taste in gardening is really varied. I've got lots of different areas in my garden, but to me, they're just really sophisticated, really beautiful, gorgeously fragrant, as Beck said. The class is a hardy annual, so they will flower again in, the summer months next year, and a more compact variety as well. 410014. Good afternoon, by the way. Welcome to YouGarden TV. I know some of you have just joined us. If you're watching live, you're right down there, Bex.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good.
Sorry.
If you're watching live, it's 3 this Wednesday. But the great news is, if you ever miss a show, you can always go onto the YouGarden website. There's a little sort of like icon there, a little banner that'll talk about YouGarden TV. Click on it and you can either watch the live show if we're live, or you can stream some of the previous shows. So if you missed, maybe you missed this morning's show, maybe you missed Sunday's show, you can always watch us by streaming anytime. So there's a little icon. You can see it at the top there, YouGarden TV. Depending on what device you're watching on, that might be at the top, it might be on the bottom. Generally speaking, it's the top of the computer, the bottom if you're watching on your phone or your tablet. We're live right now. As you can see, it says on air, and there's the time. So if you ever want to check what time we're next on, you'll see there. And the green is watch our live show. So if you're live right now this Wednesday afternoon, or if you missed a show, you can catch up there as well. So that was there. I was away last week. I'm not allowed to mention it anymore.
Where were you, Shaun?
Well, I was on a cruise as it happened.
Were you?
Yes, I was on a cruise. I had a great time. I had a great time.
Yeah, good for you.
It was lovely. We took a lady that works for us away for a cruise for her 60th birthday. First cruise she'd done, and she had a great time.
That's lovely. She looked like she had a great time as well.
Yeah, she really
Saw
did.
her in your pictures.
Yes.
She looked like she was living the high life.
She was. But actually, one of the nice things on my travels, it was around the Med. I did check out loads of the plants there on the travels as well. But anyway, everything is on the website. And don't forget, we don't have everything on the live shows, but you can buy anything on the website, pop it in your basket.
Yeah.
So have a good look, but always put the offer code in before you I should say check out. And the code today is YGTV41. So always put that off code in because you just get loads of extras basically.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Love a freebie.
Yeah, but always do that, promise me, because if you don't, you will miss out on the offers and you won't get your free gift. Right, still got some more lovely plants to show you. And this is our primula Pretty Polly. We just thought this was gorgeous, didn't we?
Just love the colour.
Oh.
Absolutely adore the colour. I love a primula anyway because you get some lovely bright colours from it. You get some lovely, winter colour from it. An early spring colour from it, but look at this. I mean, the title really tells you what the colour is going to be. Pretty Polly Blushing Peach, and it really is absolutely beautiful. I was saying earlier that this looks like it looks like icing. It looks like lovely floral icing on a wedding cake or something. And I mean, you can have those in your garden. They are so beautiful, fully double blooms. They're going to naturalise for you as well, so they're going to form clumps that you can divide, and you'll potentially get 2 flushes of colour throughout the year with these ones as well. The flowers contrast beautifully against the foliage, and I think that with all primulas, to be honest with you. And as a woodland plant, they do love a bit of shade.
Yes.
So these are really good for you for planting, underneath bushes and shrubs and trees and things like that. I've got lots of lollipop-shaped trees. I don't know why, I love lollipop shape, so I always trim the bottom off the branches, off the trunk.
You've got a lot of standards, haven't you?
I've got a lot of standards, and I do quite like that shape. But then that means I've got a lot of shady bits underneath that it's tricky to put things in. These will look absolutely beautiful. But likewise, put them in a pot all by themselves because these are really standout, beautiful ones.
Whenever I present this show, without sounding big-headed, but we've both got nice gardens. But you always realise there's so much more you could do.
There's so much more you could do.
So,
always.
I'm thinking of the trees I've got in my garden. Thinking I'd love just to carpet those underneath.
Yeah.
And these will over the year. You will get clumps. You can divide them. They will obviously spread. But they're a really pretty variety, and they double. So they're gorgeous. And it's not a variety you'll see that often as well. So if you mentioned about spending £30 and getting free postage, if your basket is just that little bit short, maybe just pop those in there.
Yeah, this is the one I was saying earlier about pop this one into your basket.
Yeah.
What was it we were showing for £24 something?
The Wisteria.
The Wisteria. Add this into your basket. It'll take you just over that £30. You won't end up paying that postage cost. And you're going to get a perennial, hardy, coming back year after year, clump-forming, total beauty in your garden. You can't go wrong with that, I promise you.
Honestly, who would not want those in their garden?
I want those in my garden.
I like to do little winter displays with pots, just pots on tables and steps and things like that. Just one of those in a pot would look fantastic. I'm actually excited about winter. You can get some lovely displays, and I really like winter when you get that. You sometimes get those really clear skies and bright sunshine.
I love those.
But
but
you're wrapped up kind of.
Bright sunshine, but cold, crisp days.
Yeah.
Those are the best days.
Yeah, they
ones.
look magnificent during the winter months. Right, we've also got now. Bex and I, we agree on a lot of things actually, and we totally agree on this. This is amazing. I only discovered it 2 years ago.
Do you know, I think I might be the same. I think it was a couple of years ago.
But honestly, it's just fantastic.
So
has yours flowered all summer?
Oh, constantly, and still flowering right now.
Same here.
Still flowering now. It is unbelievable. And it starts flowering around February time. This is the incredible thing about this. February all the way through to October. And you don't have to do much to it either. It just kind of does its thing. It does want a little bit of deadheading, and I will attest to that. I've been a bit busy over the last few weeks, and I have not deadheaded this as often as I should.
Yeah.
And that means that I don't have as many flowers on there right now.
It probably needs cutting back a bit now, does it?
Probably.
Is that yours?
Look,
oh, yeah.
That's it at the front there. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So there's the Verbena bonariensis in the back. You can see that I've got the Rudbeckia just on the side. I've got the Geranium Roseanne on the other side. And that is my Bowles Mauve right there. It is absolutely beautiful. And it has required very little work from me. I've just planted it, occasionally given it a haircut, not been too careful about how I've done it. I've just chopped at it. And then the flowers just keep coming back wave after wave after wave. It is so easy to look after that
Honestly, we cannot cannot recommend that highly enough. And now, again, is a great time to plant these. Put them in the ground right now. The ground's nice and warm, still reasonable amount of daylight around, and next year they will be absolutely magnificent. In fact, I did plant mine this time a couple of years ago, and in the first year they were fabulous, and this year they've been even better. Look at the roots on these.
Yeah,
wow.
these want to get into the ground now, so
we're
going to tease these roots out, because look at how many that are on there. Yeah, we definitely want to massage these roots, tease a few of these out so that they'll go into the ground rather than growing round and round, as they have been in the pot. But plant those out. I promise you, you will not regret getting bulbs mauve into your garden, particularly if you've got a small garden, okay? Because Shaun often says it, and I completely agree with him here. In a smaller garden, your plants need to really earn their place. They need to work hard. They need to be beautiful, and that one is one that you definitely won't regret putting into your garden.
And during the winter, it still actually doesn't look bad, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No.
No.
I mean, you won't have all the flowers on there, but the foliage still looks nice.
Not bad.
It's actually quite a nice colour foliage as well. It's not that bright, luscious green. It's that lovely kind of silvery green, and it's pretty.
They're really good. So
it's
honestly,
a bit like the lavender foliage, actually.
Yeah,
That's what it reminds
me
of.
Yes, it is, actually.
Yeah.
But cannot recommend those highly enough. And again, if you're trying to get your basket to £30 to get that free delivery, they're a serious one to consider. They really are. Right, what else we got? Oh, by the way,
gardenias.
Don't forget your free gift. That will automatically go in your basket. Worth £9.99, 60 summer flowering bulbs when you put that code in YGTV41. I know a lot of you, apologies if we repeat ourselves, but some of these people join us at lots of different times.
We do have to do it, I'm afraid.
And we are getting, we get new viewers. And there's people like my mum that might forget, bless her, so Right, so good up next, we've got our hardy gardenias for you.
Yeah, love the hardy gardenias, and these have that luscious green foliage on here, that shiny, glossy green foliage. But these are hardy, okay? This is important to get across to you.
Can I just pick one of these up, Bex?
Go for it.
I just want to show you how.
Do what you want to do.
Fully hardy, but I just want to show the foliage, because it's...
Fully hardy, down to -10, and you might not know them as being, properly hardy. These are your hardy collection.
Because we often think of gardenias as houseplants, don't we? But no, these are fully hardy. That foliage, it looks like somebody's just gone, covered that with leaf shine. Yeah. Doesn't it?
Do people do that, do you think? Leaf shine?
I never use leaf shine.
No, I haven't.
Well, my mum used to. In fact, my mum does still use it. I don't know. I've never used it.
No, me neither.
I just... But anyway, I promise you that has not been leaf shined. That's what the foliage looks like. But we actually get 3 different varieties, don't we?
We do, yes. We're getting Climbs Hardy, Crown Jewel and Pinwheel in here. But these are, they're just as beautiful, just as fragrant. The flowers are just as beautiful as their indoor relatives. But you can put them outdoors, which is absolutely exciting.
And -10, you said?
-10, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Imagine sitting out and being surrounded by that beautiful sweet fragrance that you'll get from these.
And do you know, I'm really pleased that we've got 3 different varieties there rather than 3 of the same.
Nice, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, they're actually, when you look close up, they're actually quite different, aren't they?
They are quite different, yes. I mean, we've got this one, not this one, which looks a bit like a
double.
rose bloom,
because that's like a double.
That looks a bit like your jasmine, Tracheospermum
so
one.
that's your pinwheel, that one.
Bit of pinwheel, yeah, and
then you got your single one
down there.
looks
like. It looks beautiful though, and I like that they're all that white colour as well. Dot those around your garden, put them into pots. It's really not going to matter. 60 centimetre by 50 centimetre is what we're talking. So nice compact plants.
Yeah,
absolutely wonderful as feature plants in pots.
I was going to say, I think personally speaking, I think they're better in pots than in the ground.
Yeah, I would agree with you actually, but I also think it's great to have them in pots because you can move them.
Yeah.
And because of the gorgeous scent on these, you're going to want these wherever you are.
Yes. So in a pot next to where you're sitting having a nice, glass of wine or whatever.
Because it's a lovely sweet scent that you get from these. They're absolutely beautiful.
So they are down today. They're really good value actually. They're $19.97 and you get 3 in 9 centimetre pots, saving £10 today. 5 to 1 4 5 6. Don't forget, if you do want to be part of the show today, you've still got time. You can message us on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live. We love it when you message in, even if you're just saying hello, things like that. We've got to know quite a few of our regulars now, haven't we?
Yeah, Neil. I know he'll watch on catch up.
Yes.
So hello, Neil.
I think Neil might have had to go to work today.
Malcolm.
Yeah. And Elaine's one of our big regulars as well. Here. So yeah, if you want to be part of the show, if you've got any questions, we normally can answer most queries, but if we can't, we will speak to our head gardener, Mr. Peter McDermott,
and we'll get the answers for you.
Yes. And he does pretty much know everything.
He does, doesn't he?
And if he's not here, Jenny's very good as well, isn't she?
I know she is.
Yeah.
They're very knowledgeable people.
Lots of experience here between us, there really is. Right, what else have we got?
Erigeron!
Oh, yes! Do you know, I only discovered this from working with YouGarden, but my word, this is brilliant. I mean, I have got a big garden, and the trouble is, there's lots of areas, if I don't put things in, they just get covered in weeds.
Yeah.
And this is a really great kind of ground cover, isn't it?
Wonderful ground cover, absolutely. The thing is, if you've got a gap, then a weed will grow there.
Yeah, it will.
It's going to find a place and it will grow there. So you might as well put something in there that you want growing in there. And this one, it's a bit like your Bowls Mauve. It's a bit of a workhorse. This is going to flower for you for a really long time. Not quite as long as Bowls Mauve, but nearly.
Yeah.
April time, this is going to be in flower for you and keep going all the way through to October. We love the colour changing thing on this one though, because they're like they're little daisies, but they start white and then they turn a lovely blush pink, but then they go to a lovely deep pink colour as well, and you get all the shades in between. It is gorgeous, and it does spread as well. So we're talking, a spread of maybe 50 centimetres here, half a metre, couple of feet. So it will fill those gaps in your borders for you. Looks great sat in a pot on its own as well, by the way. You might have heard of it as its other name, which is Mexican fleabane. Very, very easy to look after. Give it a haircut. Again, don't be too prescriptive on how you deadhead it. You can just take a pair of shears to it and cut the heads off. It will then encourage those new blooms to come through.
And obviously, like this winter was quite severe in my garden, and honestly, I thought it disappeared, but no, it hadn't. It was and it is just a massive colour right now, and I've done nothing to it all summer actually.
To be honest, I haven't deadheaded mine. I probably should have done. I'd have got more flowers from it if I had.
You've been there all summer. There's thousands of flowers on there. But we are doing a deal today. We've done big packs of these, but a lot of you just wanted 10, so we're doing 10 today for just £7.49. And again, it's a great one to add to your basket. To get it to £30, and then you'll get free postage and packaging. Now, one of the most popular items today, so I'm just going to move the apple tree slightly out of the way.
Because it's a big boy, isn't it?
You know when you've got like a really tall friend and they're kind of towering next to you? That's that's what I feel this apple tree is. Having said it's actually not that tall. Hang on, let me just...
It's not when you put it on the ground.
No, it's about my height, actually. A good 6'4". I'm 5'10", yeah. Right, let's talk about a Nandina next.
You make Christian laugh.
No, I'm just taking in the sound banks.
Okay.
It is nice, isn't it?
It's a lovely sound, that.
It is.
It's a lovely, lovely sound. But listen, we're not going to buy it for the noise alone, although, it's lovely. What we're going to get this for is year-round, absolute stunning beauty from this, aren't we? You've got one, right?
I've got two, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of two.
Year-round interest. So you're probably looking now, if you don't know the Nandina, you're probably looking thinking, oh, it's turning red because it's autumn and the leaves are going to fall off, but that's not true.
No, not true at all. So this is evergreen, ever red, whatever you want to call it. It will hold its leaves all year round, but it has this fantastic colour changing ability. So you get these lovely, luscious green leaves on here, almost lime green, really bright colour. But then as the temperatures change, so do the colours of the leaves. And they go through this kind of kaleidoscope of colour. You get orange and bright reds and burgundies in there as well, and it's all to do with the changing temperatures that then makes the leaves change their colour. They don't then drop, they'll turn back to green again. It's really, really clever. Maturer plants will have white flowers on there, and they'll have berries on there.
And I'll be honest, the white flowers, they're not kind of like massively dramatic, but they're pretty.
No, but they're pretty.
Yeah, and I love the berries.
And it just gives you extra added interest on this plant.
And the birds will thank you for those.
They will indeed.
Yes.
And you'll have this all year round, and this is what I think is absolutely beautiful about this. We did a deal on these last week, and I think it was a double up deal or something or other, and I was talking about it. I haven't got one yet, and I feel like I need one. I love them. I love an evergreen. I love having that year-round interest. But I was also going to get one for a friend as a Christmas present. Well, what we've done this week is we've actually put the planters in as well as part of the deal, and I think that is fantastic. First of all, if you want to go for a pair either side of a doorway, love that symmetry. Or what you can have is one for you and one for somebody as a gift. If you think about the cost per gift, then
really
is
good.
Absolutely incredible.
And again, that's $6.99 P&P. Let's just get rid of that. So if you added something like the Pretty Polly primulas in your basket, you'd actually lose the $6.99 postage. So do bear that in mind. You only have to spend another £5.05 and you will get free delivery on these as well. So just something like the Pretty Polly primulas, pop those in your basket. They're $6.49. That'll get your order over £30. Then you'll get free delivery as well.
Free delivery.
Yeah.
And you're getting you're getting those which are hardy, perennial, beautiful, evergreen. And you're getting your Pretty Pollies, which are hardy, perennial, clump forming, going to come back for you year after year. That is amazing value for money.
It really is. And they're only $6.49 anyway, and they're $480,866. Those are the pots that you get, by the way. So your Nandinas, they'll be more than happy in those pots for a good few years, but they're also, ideal for your beds and borders. So the choice is yours. You could use your pots for your bulbs and things like that. Right, what we're going to do is have a little recap of some of the products that we've seen so far. But good afternoon, welcome to YouGarden Live until 4 o'clock.
Yeah, not long.
And then we're back. Actually, Bex and I are going to be at my garden club tonight. I'm going to give it a plug, the North Loughton Garden Club.
Yeah,
there you go.
Not?
But we're full anyway, we're actually full. We are. It's going to be lovely. Bex is going to be talking tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not scary. It's great, honestly. It's a real party club. And then we're back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock, aren't we?
Yes. 10. Same again, 10 till 1 and then 2 till 4. We've got a few new items, haven't we, to bring in?
Yes, of course we have. And then Sunday we're live 10 till 2 as well. But try and tell your friends and family about the show,
Yeah, please.
Yeah, because you can always stream us later on as well. If you're not available to watch live, don't worry, you can stream us on our website. And the show's not going on YouTube about 24 hours later. Right, let's remind you of some of the things that we've seen so far here this fabulous Wednesday afternoon. So we saw the Stocks Vintage Mix. Now, you've actually got 20, these are really good price today, 20 garden-ready plants. They're the Vintage Mix, so they're gorgeous colours. And they are a little bit more of a compact variety. So they're known as a hardy annual. They will flower again next summer. They're beautifully scented as well. 410014 for those vintage mixed garden ready plants. And so I love the colour palette on those, really sophisticated. Now just £12.98 today. Then, do you know what? I think the hardy gardenias are really, really nice. If you've got a smaller garden, and you like your pots, I think these, yes, they'll go in beds and borders, but I personally think they are better in a pot. The fragrance is divine. 3 different varieties. You've got the double, you've got the single, and you've got the pinwheel one as well. Gorgeous evergreen glossy foliage. These grow in lovely kind of clumps and mounds. There's the pinwheel one. That's really nice, isn't it? Really nice. And they are, of course, divinely fragrant. That's why I think they're nice in pots, because then you can put the pot on the table next to you when you're sitting and just really, really enjoy those. Just £19.97 for 3 of those, and they're working out just £6.66 each, 511452. Then we had the Erigeron, or the Sea of Blossom as it's commonly known. And I think that Sea of Blossom really sums it up, because it is a Sea of Blossom. You will get thousands of flowers on these over the summer months, and they really do flower for long, long periods. The flowers, they change colour. So you'll get the white, but then you'll get lots of different shades of pink there. Very low maintenance. They do spread, so they're great at ground cover. Any areas that you find difficult, they'll be absolutely superb in. And you're going to get 10 garden-ready plants for $7.49. Don't worry in the winter if they die down a bit and they don't look that great. Honestly, mine looked pretty much non-existent at the end of last winter, but they've bounced back absolutely magnificently. 410120. Then we also had the Bold's Mauve. Love this one. Only discovered it a couple of years ago through working on the show. My word, this is a wallflower that just flowers and flowers and flowers and keeps coming back. It honestly flowers pretty much all summer long. Now, mine have grown fairly big, I would say. They might have even got to about 70 centimetres. Mine are kind of like middle border, but oh my word, they look magnificent. There is a yellow variety of this as well. We've got the purple today, but do watch out for the yellow one. But honestly, hard-working, look good. I mean, you've still got the foliage during the winter months as well, but they really are fantastic. Cannot rave about those in a 560069 is your item number, just £14.97. Now, I've also got a Fatsia for you. I've actually got this one. I did have one in my previous garden, but it wasn't variegated. This is, and it's actually called the Fatsia japonica castor oil plant, but it's the spider's web, and you do get these fabulous variegated leaves as well. It will need some sunshine to keep that variegation. Totally evergreen and hardy as well. I will say, it was a particularly bad winter last winter, and bits of mine did look a bit poor at the end of the winter, I'm just being honest. But it's bounced back magnificently. So they are hardy, and all of our hardy plants do, of course, come with a lifetime guarantee as well. 510910. And I know I keep saying about getting your basket to £30, but if you do, you'll get free delivery, and you might just need some extra compost today. Well, our compost is so highly rated. I mean, go to our website, have a look at the reviews, have a look at the comments. It's the compost that we actually use here in our 11-acre nursery. So, things like the hanging baskets that we're coming on to a little bit later on. Lots of the plants that are grown here are, of course, grown in our premium professional compost, and it's got the most amazing scientific blend of different types of peat, light, dark peat. We have reduced the compost, the amount of that in the compost. You've also got, of course, your slow release fertilizer in there. You've got your wood fibre that really helps with drainage and texture, and so many other goodies in there. 100125. And then if you're trying to get your basket up, and say you're about £25 right now, and you're thinking, I don't want to pay $6.99 postage, this is the most affordable item on the show. It's $6.49, and they're gorgeous. These are the Primula Pretty Poly Blushing Peach doubles. They will flower in the shady areas. They give you great winter colour, and over a period of time, they will form clumps. So you'll know if you've ever divided primulas before, just dig the mound up, pull it apart. So, I mean, sometimes if you watch Gardener's World, they'll use a knife to cut through, to divide, but you will be able to produce more and more of those over the years. 480866. But what a lovely afternoon we're having. Thank you so much to each and every one of you beautiful gardeners out there. We love you tuning in, and we are really building up a garden community. And I think we all learn things. Every show, there's always things that we learn, There's always
there's always a new plant.
Yeah,
for me.
there is, isn't there?
There's something new, exciting, exotic,
or something
different.
that you might not have grown, or we've not grown. Agapanthus is something that I've grown, but not this variety, because these are the big ones.
This is a big one. Agapanthus is something I've tried to grow, but...
Yours hasn't done that well. It's still there, isn't it?
It's still there. Listen, it's my mistake. I bought a brand new plant, so I think it's going to take a few years anyway, but also I just planted it out into the border, and it's not a particularly full border,
right,
so it doesn't feel like its roots are being hugged at the moment. I planted it a few years ago. I didn't know anything about it. I should have done my research before I planted it. I didn't know anything about Agapanthus at the time. I just saw it, loved it, bought it, planted it.
Yeah. Well, it'll flower next year, hopefully.
It's kind of my ethos.
I'm going to give you the details of this one if I can, because we have got an amazing price. By the way, those primulas selling really well, $6.49. So if you're trying to get your basket to £30, pop those primulas in there, 480. But we're gonna move on. Look,
I love it.
I'll do the lifting, Bex.
Yeah, you do
obviously,
it.
I'm the big strong one here, so
go for it. It is a big plant, and this is going to reach those heights for you. So this isn't one of the more compact varieties you've got. This is the big one. This is a much taller one. So we're talking a metre 20 in height, and the flower spikes that are going to come out of here with the burst of flowers that you get at the end of them. They are like fireworks, aren't they? And the way that they open is incredible. Look at all the buds that are on there. So you get some opening, some that are still in bud, and you get this succession of opening going on. They are show-stopping, attention-grabbing. Look at me, look at me. They are just the most beautiful flowers, I think. But they do like their roots to be hugged. So if you want this in your gardens, yes, you can plant it out into the borders, and yes, it will form clumps and it will multiply, and you will get amazing displays, just like what you're looking at here over the years. But it is absolutely fantastic for pots because of the wanting its roots to be hugged thing. So if you do want a perfect pot plant, absolutely get one of these. And I'm being perfectly honest right now. We could sell this, and I worked in a garden centre when I was in my very early 20s in London. Back in the 1950s.
You're not far off. But I worked in a garden centre in London, and it was a very rich, famous garden centre. Loads of celebrities went there.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me about this.
I've never told you, have I?
No.
It was when I was at university, and I worked in this garden centre, and people had money. They really did.
Yes.
I used to get, and this is going back, how many years? 30 years.
Something years, yeah.
Yeah, about 30 years. And even then I'd get like sometimes £10 tips, right?
Wow.
And I was just carrying plants to people's cars,
Nice.
because of many, many rich celebrities. But they'd come in and they'd see something like this in full flower, and it would be extortionately priced, and they'd buy it. And that, because it looked beautiful there and then. But that's actually a really bad way to shop.
It is. It's not the most savvy way to shop at all. But actually buying things out of season, you often get a better price on it. It's like buying Christmas wrapping paper in January. You're going to get it cheaper,
but
aren't you?
also, it's better for the plant, because this is going to have the whole of the winter to settle in, to enjoy its new home. Because it's like when you move house, it takes a while, doesn't it? You're like, hang on, have I done the right thing? And where's the... Hang on,
don't know where that is. Where did I put it?
Yeah. I'm not sure I've made the right choice. This needs to find its home and settle in, and then next summer it's going to be magnificent. It's a brilliant time to buy this now.
When you transplant things, they do suffer a bit of shock.
They do,
and it doesn't matter. The majority of them are going to suffer a little bit. So yes, get it in the ground now, let it establish, and you will be rewarded. Really, really will.
But it's a really mature Agapanthus.
It is.
So you should get magnificent blooms next year. And actually, it's 8:30. Now again, I want to talk about that postage, because this is heavy. It will cost us a lot to have it delivered to your home, but if you get your order to over £30, that postage will disappear.
Yes.
You'll get free delivery. So, I hope nobody spends under £30 today, because it's, unless you're buying something with free postage.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Of course, understand. But free postage it's a lovely optional extra to get if you get it over that £30. Please remember to put your code in, the YGTV41, into the website, and join the club at the same time, because you'll get even more discounts.
Yeah, and don't forget, you'll also get your free bulbs. Bex, I've lost those free bulbs every time.
Right,
I've got them. Right, sorry, I'm just...
There's a lot of plants and a lot of boards about it. There's a lot going on.
I lose everything though, seriously, I'm a nightmare. I've actually now got 3 spare keys for my car, because the amount of mornings I was like, where's the keys?
Where are they?
So I've got 3 keys now. Right, but not joking either. Those are your free gifts. You need to put that code in, as Bex has just said. You're going to get 60 bulbs, summer fine with $9.99. Just quick reminders, which ones do we get, Bex?
You get the Triclea, which are those lovely star-shaped blue ones there. Love a clay soil, those ones. A little bit shorter, 20-25 centimetres. Allium Molly, which is the lovely yellow, bright, upwards-facing kind of starburst flowers there, part of the Allium family. And the mixed Dutch irises as well. 20 of each, worth $9.99 that pack there. But it's free with purchase as long as you enter that code YGTV41.
And they are, I mean, I love a freebie, but to have those flying this next summer.
Next summer, yeah. And every
amazing.
summer as well,
Yeah,
because they will naturalise and, you know.
Right. Do you know, I think over the last several years, there's been so many amazing variety of grasses suddenly appear in the UK, hasn't there?
I think they've become trendy again.
Yes. I mean, a lot of them were maybe always there. We just didn't know about
see
them.
Well, I think we always thought. Well, I certainly did. I always thought that grasses needed to go into gravel. I just didn't think.
You associate them with like low maintenance gravel gardens.
Yeah, low maintenance gravel gardens. So I never ever really thought about planting grasses into borders in my mixed borders and things. But actually, they work beautifully in mixed borders. You don't need to plant them just into gravel gardens. They work fantastically in pots all by themselves as well. And this one has got to be one of the most stunning of ornamental grasses. It is absolutely beautiful. Look how red you can get these. The colour on here is just incredible.
I mean, it actually is magnificent, isn't it?
It is.
It is when you look at that.
It's so pretty. It starts green, it turns red with age. It's one of the smaller of your ornamental grasses as well. So if you are getting a few of these in your borders and things, this one's excellent for adding that difference in height. About 50 centimetres in height, we're talking, and a spread of about 30.
And I'm just thinking also you might be at an age where you just want your garden to be a little bit more low maintenance.
Yeah,
they're great, but also lovely in pots.
Well, we want certain areas of our garden, even if you're a keen gardener and out there all day, every day, you'd certainly want areas of your garden to be a bit less maintenance, don't you?
100%.
Can't do, especially if you've got a big garden.
I mean, mine isn't huge, but it's a third of an acre, but it's a lot for me.
Yeah, it's a lot for one person.
Yeah.
Your partner isn't.
He does do the cutting
does
the grass.
A bit.
Yeah.
Not really on anything else.
I do all the difficult stuff.
Yeah, of course. My husband, he doesn't do it. He's not interested.
Is he not at all?
He'll mow the lawn. He went and scalped it the other day. Did he
scalify
it? No.
Oh, no, he just went really low.
No, he just moved it further down. I'm like, why have you done that? Well, it needed a good cut. I was like, it's not just been cut, you've scalped it. We're just about to hit the frosty season. You've completely scalped the lawn.
Now? Oh, it's so annoying. Anyway,
honestly, if you want a job doing, do it.
But they are low maintenance.
Okay, plant it in full sun if you can.
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't mind a bit of shade, but if you want colour, if you want that bright red colour from it, you do want to plant this in as much sun as possible.
560592 for that gorgeous red barren blood grass there. Now, also we've got some great winter bedding for you today, and I like to mix things up, and I had these in the pub garden with wallflowers, and do you know what? They got a lot of attention.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And we'll give you the details of these because they are the Viola Sorbet Tiger's Eye. And you see, it's weird. They're called Tiger's Eye, but if you look at the petals there, look at top left, I can see tree branches in that. Can you see that?
I get it. I can see those tree branches in there. They are absolutely beautiful, aren't they?
Look at these.
Look how stunning they are.
And I will be honest, they look a lot better than this. Give them a few weeks.
Oh, yeah. These are going to come into their own, honestly. Give them a chance and you're going to get them absolutely covered in these beautiful, beautiful blooms. They start in September, but they're going to flower for you all the way through to April. So these are only just getting going. Give them a couple of weeks and these will be covered in those gorgeous, I don't want to say dainty and that be seen as a negative. They are beautiful. They're smaller flowers, of course, they're a viola, but these will get covered in them. Violas are very, very hardy.
I think they're small but striking.
Small but striking, just like you. You're not small at all, are you?
I'm not striking either. I'm neither of those things, Bex.
They are golden yellow with that beautiful, striking dark veining that you're getting in there, and just they are winter hardy. They're gonna light up your borders or your pots or whatever all the way through the winter.
Yeah. And you can plant them how you like, but I actually think they look good just on mass, as we see.
I do, yeah. All by themselves.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually mix them in with other violas or other pansies. I think they would get lost.
I think just a whole basket of pot in those, or put them in a whole one of your beds, amongst all your other plants.
Like a line of them.
Yeah. Anyway, you choose.
That'd look nice.
1997 410 158. And they are violas. Violas, so you get smaller flowers, but you get masses of them, of course, as well. But one of the most popular items that we've ever had on the show has definitely been the Pansy Cool Wave. I've got loads of Pansy Cool Waves growing right now for winter. You've got them as well, haven't you? I know many of you have got them and many of you are ordering them today as well. So it is, out of all the pansies and violas that we've seen, I do think this is the best performing, don't you?
It absolutely is, for a number of reasons, isn't it? It's winter hardy, down to -25. It keeps flowering for like nearly 9 months. Honestly, they're flowering now and they're going to keep going all the way through to May next year. And I think that's incredible, getting these flowers to flower through some of the darkest, dankest, most horrible months of the year. Sorry, I'm not a winter person.
No, I mean,
I'm definitely a summer
I
girl.
like bits of it, but it can't. I think there are moments in winter
feels very long by the end of it, doesn't it?
There are those days you think, oh, God.
Enough now.
Yeah, when's spring coming? But these will flower all the way through.
Yeah, they'll just give you that little light relief, won't they? On those dark days, you can look at these in your little baskets hanging by your door or in the pots or in the borders, and they will bring a smile to your face, because we need that when it's in the depths of winter.
We really do. And do you know what, as well, with climate change, you just never know what you're going to get. I remember a few years ago we had like 20 degrees in February, only for a few days. But do you remember, Bex? But for me personally, I want to get outside whenever I can. Are you the same?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just thinking, I got married on the 5th of January, and we were planning on a winter. Oh no, just the best though. We were planning on a winter wedding.
Was it cheaper that time?
Yeah, it was cheaper. But we were planning on a winter. I was like, okay, we'll do a winter wedding. It'll be lovely. It'll be crisp, and there'll be frost on the ground, and it'll be gorgeous.
And what was it like?
We were all stood outside. It was sunny.
Was
it was glorious.
Oh, great!
We were all out on the lawn.
Oh, amazing!
On the 5th of January. It was amazing.
So you never know, do you? But anyway, the Pansy Cool Wave.
Sorry.
You can either buy them as plants, or we've got the details on the screen for the hanging baskets as well.
Oh, so yes, absolutely.
The choice is yours, okay? So you can either go for the buy 10, get 10 free.
Garden ready.
Okay, garden ready. So that's 400967. So buy 10, get 10 free. Remember, they're going to trail and cascade, not massively trail, but cascade. They're going to flower for up to 9 months of the year, and they will be covered in flowers. But look at these. If you're thinking, do you know what, Shaun, Bex,
I haven't got time.
I ain't got time to plant those up into baskets. Maybe you haven't got any hanging baskets to plant. Stay tuned, because we have now got the pre-planted rattan hanging baskets for you, and they've got a £20 saving today. Now, do you want to see these?
Yeah, let's have a look.
So, I mean, these are only going to get better, but these are from stock, and my word. I mean, these have actually been outside on the trolley since Sunday, haven't they?
Yeah, we had them on the shows when you were on your cruise.
And they've just gone
honestly,
crazy.
Within just a few days, it's incredible how many more flowers there are on each of these baskets. It is just in a few days, these are looking so much better.
And these are only gonna get more flowers and to get bigger and better. Now, just to show you, they actually come in the rattan baskets, which I really like.
And they've got the hanging... Oh, I always go to the wrong side. They've got the hanging bits on here as well, so these are ready for you to hang up.
Now, you are a few pence off your over £30.
Yeah.
So at the moment, you're going to pay $6.99 postage. That will completely disappear when you add anything else to your order.
Do you want some help?
I'm on fire.
Go up all right.
Do you know what?
I heard the creak.
I don't know, I'm all right, I don't have any
right.
creaks or aches or anything. I'm letting my friends about. I'm actually quite, I don't have any, touch wood. I'm not sure the brain's that good, but everything else is all right. But seriously, put one other item in your basket and we'll deliver those free. And I am not just saying it,
You're getting some, aren't you?
I am going to get some. I mean, I will make up some of my own baskets, because I get a lot of pleasure doing that. But, some years I've got like 20 hanging baskets to make up.
Yeah.
Because I've got all the pub baskets, I've got my mum's baskets. So do you know, at that price, I mean, I don't think you can get better than that.
No, I don't think you can. I've been looking at the pre-planted hanging baskets. There's a place around the corner from me. I had a little look, and they are £25. And there's a standard price for one hanging basket, and that's a good price for a pre-planted hanging basket, because you're paying for the plants, you're paying for the compost, you're paying for the thing that it's been put in, and somebody's time to do that and grow it on to make it look good enough for them to sell to you. So to get 2 of these for under £30, I think is really good value for money.
And a lot of you did go for those earlier. Well done at home.
Yes.
So honestly, get them today. They work out less than £15 each, and remember, you will get free delivery if you spend just a few pence more. And we have got, there might be some even cheaper things on the website. There might be a few, I mean, I've not looked recently, but
there might be, you never know.
Occasionally, and I don't know if it's there now, but we even have blooming fast sachets sometimes.
Yeah, for $4.99 or something.
Yeah, so have a look on the website, because you can shop, on the whole website, but always put the offer code in YGTV421. That's a crucial thing, because that will give you your free gift and any other offers that are on the TV show. So even if you buy other things from the YouGarden website, we encourage you, it's on one company obviously, but always put that code in there, YGTV421 450 155 is your item number. I have enjoyed today so much.
I know, we get to do it all again tomorrow.
We do.
How much fun is that?
But are you going to buy this?
Yes, I'm buying this.
Yeah.
I'm having it.
So this is the Fatsia.
No doubt about it.
The Fatsia japonica, and known as the spider's web. It is a fantastic evergreen plant. And I can honestly say I had a Fatsia in my other garden before. I moved about 3 years ago, and it was just the normal type that wasn't variegated. Then I spotted this in my new garden. I've got one of these, and I do love the variegated leaves.
Honestly,
I love those.
I think it's the variegation that I've really fallen in love with. My friend's got a Fatsia in their garden, and it's beautiful, but
it's just
the plain leaves,
yeah.
and it looks lush and lovely and glorious, and I fell in love with it there. But then when I found this one, I was like, oh yeah, no, I like this one, and it's evergreen, and it's beautiful, and it can cope with a bit of shade. You're going to want a bit of sun, as Shaun says. If you want that variegation on the leaves, it will need a bit of sun in order to maintain that, but you can plant it in a semi-shady area as well. It's going to grow big if you want it to, 2.5 meters height and spread. You can keep it in a pot if you want to, and it'll still keep it a bit smaller.
And actually it's very easy to trim back. When it gets mature, it will flower, and I remember mine flying right in the winter months, right in the middle of winter. It is fully hardy, and all of our fully hardy plants do come, of course, with our lifetime guarantee as well. So do bear that in mind. All of our plants that are fully hardy do come with a lifetime guarantee. Do you know what? We are rapidly running out of time. Don't forget, you can order after the hour. A lot of you do, and that is not a problem whatsoever. But two things. Use the offer code always, because that will give you free gifts and all the promotions. And do spend over £30 because you'll get free delivery. And I would join the club as well. Let's just show you the website. I know a lot of you are on there right now. So there's the show times. So that's this week's. They may change. They're not going to change this week, but so just keep, they're definitely the ones for this week. But do keep your eye on those always. But there's lots more on the website. So you might be thinking, oh, I need some bulbs. We've got a huge selection of bulbs. You might be thinking, ooh, I wonder what everyone's buying right now. Well, no surprises. These are the kind of the top sellers right now. That complete bulb collection, by the way, is 300 bulbs for under £10. Seriously. I know, amazing. We've got hellebores as well. Obviously, it's hellebore season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot
we
of people...
haven't had any hellebores on shows yet, have we?
No, I wonder if we've got any Sunday.
We might have some coming, you never know.
Yeah, so anyway, always worth shopping the website.
I like those wellies, they look good.
I know. They are really cute, aren't they?
They look really cute.
And also, just before we finish... if you ever want to follow Bex and I on our social media, because we do,
Come and join us.
You might be thinking, I wonder what their gardens are like. I wonder if they're any good at gardening. Well, we are, honestly, you can follow us on social media. I'm Shaun, Shaun, Ryan, presenter and plant man. So Shaun, Ryan, presenter and plant man on Facebook and Instagram.
I am Bex with an X Edwards. Just search Bex Edwards My Garden and you'll find me on Instagram and Facebook. If you can't find us, just go onto the YouGarden website, because we've often commented and posted things on there, haven't we? So have a little look via that way.
And YouGarden have got some great...
Not website.
Social media. They've got great socials, actually.
They have, loads of tips and ideas and blogs and all that sort of stuff that comes up. It's good.
So, just before we have to say goodbye, because we've got a garden club to go to.
I've got to get to go and do this some more.
Yes.
Go and talk some more.
I just stand there and do an opening and then sit down and enjoy it. So
drink a glass of wine, right?
Yeah.
No, drink responsibly.
Yes, always. But Nandina's, we have to leave you the details of these. 2 of them for $24.96. If you've never grown them, they look like a bamboo. They're often called sacred bamboo, but they're not a bamboo.
Nope.
So they're not invasive. They're not going to do anything like a bamboo. But it's all about the colour changing, isn't it?
All about the colour changing, plus that lovely calming noise.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
As they blow in the breeze, they're going to look absolutely gorgeous. But yes, it's colour-changing foliage that is on the plant all year round as well, by the way. Lovely lime green, bright green foliage that then, as the temperature changes into these lovely colours that you can see on here. And you get the variety of those colours all the way through the plant that don't drop, they stay on there. Mature plants will then get some flowers on there, white flowers, and they'll also get berries on there. Nice, compact plant. I love the fact that we're putting the planters included. They're the lovely kind of brushed metal look. They've got a goldish tinge to them. So if you are thinking about buying these as gifts, which I 100% am going to recommend, particularly at this time of year, you can get these delivered home. You could pot them up, get yourself some of our compost. We're going to be talking about that next. Pot them up, let them sit outside, and then put a ribbon around each one of these give them as gifts. That is a present that you will have bought for somebody for, less than probably about £15 once you add in the amount of compost you'll use.
There's few things that look good all year round. There's few people that look good all year round, but they really do. They do
all year round.
And they do keep the leaves, as Bex has just said. That is quite a compact variety as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we're only talking maybe a couple of feet. Height and spread, 60 centimetres.
So they're great. They love the pots that they come with. Those,
they do.
Those fabulous 11-inch planters as well. Now, all you need to plant them up, you will need a bit of compost, and we can give you what we believe truly to be the best professional compost. It's our premium compost here on YouGarden for £24.90. If you are a member of our club, don't forget you get 10% off the compost on all the plants, and you will get a little reminder when you check out about joining the club. It's £5 for the year on auto renewal. So club discount, there it is, just quickly, it's on offer today, so you're going to save £15 for your club membership. The only difference is the green one auto renews, but you can cancel it. The purple one is for a year, and you get loads of benefits, including 10% off every plant and accessory order as well. But if you've not tried our compost, then do it today, because it is fabulous, isn't it?
It's really good compost, honestly. Texture is amazing, really allows for strong root growth and forming those strong root balls at the bottom there. If you've got the strong foundation, hopefully what that means is you're going to get bigger, better, healthier plants, more bumper fruits of crops, plants that are going to be able to deal with weathering, different weather conditions, ones that are going to be able to deal with, pests and diseases as well, filled with amazing ingredients, the sorts of ingredients that are going to help your plants to grow bigger and better. And feed your plants as well, because they need their 5 a day, and this is what this compost is going to give them.
Well, we are nearly out of time. I want to say a big thank you to our director today, Christian.
Thank you, Christian. You've done a very good job.
Yeah. Not a single mistake, touch wood. There's still a minute to go.
Still got a bit of time, yeah, hold on.
No, it's been brilliant. Thank you so much, Christian. And obviously, the biggest thank you goes to all of you YouGarden customers. We really appreciate you tuning in. We love being here in our potting shed at the YouGarden Nursery, and we will do it all again tomorrow at 10 o'clock until 1 and 2 o'clock till 4. And then Sunday...
10 till 2.
Yes. So,
and then I go home and cook a roast dinner. Yummy, yummy.
Your roasting is legendary, I've heard.
I love it.
Final reminder, you've loved the Agapanthus, massively reduced in price. It's a great time to buy it, to plant it. If you've always wanted an Agapanthus, this is really mature, so it's established already.
Yeah, and it's going to flower for you next year. A lot of the time with Agapanthus, you're waiting for a few years. Not with this one. You will get some really tall, beautiful flower spikes next year on this.
And don't forget, it loves a sunny spot.
Sunny spot, and it likes its roots to be hugged.
Yes, so put it in a confined space or even a pot as well. So, from myself, Shaun, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
And me, Bex Edwards.
Yes.
And them in the shed out there, Stuart and Christian.
Yeah, thank you to all of our team here and all the people behind the scenes that put the show together as well, including our Craig as well. Right, we'll see you tomorrow, bright and fresh at 10 o'clock. Keep checking out your baskets, and don't forget to spend over £30 free postage.